All right, all right, all right. Let me just switch this real quick.
It looks like you haven't set up any HomeKit accessories.
Why are you even on? All right, there you go. What's good? What's good? What's good? Again, if you're watching this over from the beginning, welcome to the rerun of the live. Oh, stop loss order executed. So I think that's this one here. Got taken out. I wanted to show the chat today some of the trades on what's it called, on forex. But that didn't really work out, but it's all good. I'm gonna take a look at this here and see what we can do. Let's do. There we go. Yeah. All right. That way. Is there anything else missing? No, that's it. All right. So if you're watching this again, we have news. Actually, news just released right now. Okay. So as you can see, candle is wicking like crazy. Okay. First TP. Let me just do it. Let me just do it like this, so you can. Gosh, what is going on? So you can see first TP is at a 1 to 2. All right. First TP is at a 1 to 2, like that. Okay. If you want, you can move your stops to break even, things of that nature. But you don't have to. Anyways, we're going to see what happens when everybody gets back into the chat. I suspect right now everybody's like locked in because news just released. So people are either in trades, trying to close trades, trying to manage trades. So that's what's going on now. No big deal. We'll wait for people to hop in, and then I will show you guys what my analysis and stuff looks like for the day. Now, mind you, even though price is doing this, we still have about 14 minutes till another news release, as well as we also have an opportunity because I trade to 11. Marcus is in your first one. Let's go. What's good, Marcus? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, YouTube is telling me this thing about the stream quality again. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Let me see what's going on here, guys. I apologize. But anyways, as you can see, look what's happening in the market. News just hit. News just released. While you guys are joining, let me know what you're trading, by the way, when you join. What are you guys trading? What are you trading this morning? I'm looking to trade US 30. I did a setup on your short on EuroJPY. Oh, okay, perfect. So I just did a setup on EuroJPY and it lost. Let's talk about it. I'm just trying to see what this thing is saying about the stream. It looks like it's saying that is lower than recommended. Open widget. Okay. So then what happens now? Stream status is good, but man, I can't bother with this thing right now. Let's go ahead and look into these things here. So let me go to this one actually. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Marcus, you're short. Look at the setup I took on EuroJPY. Right? So it got wicked out and now it's starting to play out towards the downside, right? So stops were, I guess, a little too tight, or got wicked out because of the volatility of news. But essentially, I was short as well. These are the positions that I entered. What were you looking at this morning in terms of being short? All right, those of you who are joining, welcome, welcome. DJ Mustang, it's been a while, baby. What's good? It's been a long time. Ayo, you took. Sorry, I can't see what that says. YouTube is covering this thing with So annoying. Ayo, you took it. Yeah, I took a short as well. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. So, but you know what? We might look to re-enter if it looks really good. Let me go ahead and drop the Discord real quick so people can follow. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Trying to get the Discord going here. Stream settings, stream latency. Normal. Oh, that's why it's supposed to be set to ultra. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go to right there. Let me see if I can get this, guys. Okay, there you go. I think I got it. Perfect. There's the Discord, ladies and gentlemen. Join the Discord. I'm trying to pin it, but this thing won't. You guys, I'm going to ask you for a weird favor. Can you please type something so you can push this thing up so I can pin it? There's this weird like heart emoji on my chat here, and it's covering the options to pin the Discord link. So somebody please type something in the chat so I can move it up. But yeah, I took this trade. Unfortunately, it didn't play out. I also took one on, look at this. GBP got wicked out, and now price is going towards the downside. I promised my people I would start trying to trade Forex. So, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Let me go ahead and pin this. Okay. RP said, hi, today I joined your Discord. My name is Rudolph. Oh, what's good, Rudolph? I remember you. What's good? What's good? Thank you for joining. That is so awesome. Like I said, I thought it was in a downtrend overall. It sometimes overextends the pullback before going in that direction. So I thought that move that just happened was a good entry. Nice. Yeah, man. It's because of news. I don't trade news. Those of you guys who know me, I don't trade news. So I normally wouldn't have entered at this time. If it was a normal setup, this is to me, this should hit our take profits. We have two positions, one in at a 1 to 4, one in at a 1 to 2. So it should give us a nice, because they're half positions, a 1 to 3 overall. If they were full positions, we would have 1 to 6. So that would be fire. Bada Mintembu said, from South Africa, bro, I was scared. US 30. I'm waiting till it calmed down. Yeah, me too. I'm not actually in there yet. So this is what I drew up this morning, but I didn't enter because, as you guys are aware, with all these prop firms, they're very skeptical with news and all these different things. So when there's so much news going on, I just waited out. But essentially, we had one position here at a 1 to 2. Okay, that one hit. The other one was extended for a 1 to 4. It just missed, right? And then started going down. So no big deal. We're going to look at other areas of entries, actually. Let me see something before I actually, ooh, this is interesting. This is a massive, like, if anything, I should be waiting for this candle to close, see if it forms a gap, and then maybe take it towards the downside. We are overall bullish. Okay, we are overall bullish. Oops. We're overall bullish. However, right, it could be that price is starting to like change structure, character, all that good stuff, and is going to head towards the downside. So we are going to see what happens. So all these gaps this morning that I drew out all got violated, right? So that's a strong sign that price is looking to go towards the downside. On top of that, look what happened yesterday. Let me delete all these things. But yesterday we were trading news. This is what happened to us yesterday. Okay, we waited for price to come into this zone, because I had marked up this area. Remember, I gave you guys the news strategy on how to trade news. We knew that price was going to come into this area for sure and this area for sure. The place I was betting on was this one because there was a bunch of consolidation like blocks around there. And sorry, not this gap, this one. These two zones is what we were looking at. So price ended up yesterday at like 9:30, just exploding, going towards the downside. And then it tapped into this gap. And as soon as it did, it started to retrace. Okay, got a decent retracement, right? Pretty nice size. If you had gotten in anywhere here, let's say, you know, put your stops under or something like that. I don't know. You wouldn't make it so tight, but long story short, you would have caught at least, even with like stretching your stop loss, a nice 1 to 2. All right, so that was the area we were looking at, because when price is expanding for news, it'll consolidate first, like what you see here. It'll push up to a zone and then push to a next one to go up. So price ended up going up for a little bit, but then it tanked towards the downside. All right, so that's what we had happen yesterday. So today, that price is kind of having the same type of movement, but it's aggressively pushing down. I don't know if I'm going to get into a trade, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens, people. Verd said, I'm here. What's up? What's up, Verd? I see you active in the Discord. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the live. DJ said pin it. Bro, I pinned it. It's up there now, man. You should be able to see it. But for those of you guys who are just joining, we look at what happened with us on GBPCHF. All right. We just got wicked out and price pushed towards the downside. Now, obviously, it's because of news. So the volatility is a bit much. Same thing happened. I didn't take these setups on any of my accounts because I told you guys we're going to do the Forex Challenge live together, where we enter these trades together and all that stuff. So it's going to be fun. But I was just looking at the setup. I'm like, okay, let me set this up so that when the people come on the live, we can look at, what's setting up here and discuss it and see if we can re-enter and things of that nature. So we will see what happens. We will see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We're also going to see what happens on US 30. Mind you, we also have news in 5 more minutes, guys. All right, let me put this thing back on so you guys can see. All right, so you can't see it here, but we have one at 9:45, and according to, I think it's MyFXBook, their calendar, we have another news release at 10 o'clock. So I would wait till after 10 before I enter a trade. K-Dot's in here. K-Dot said, what's good? What's good, bro? What's good? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the live. Glad to have you guys back. Again, if you're new, this is what we're looking at right now for EURJPY and GBP CHF. Same thing happened on both sides. We got wicked out, and now price is starting to reverse. Maybe we can re-enter. What do you guys think? You guys think we should re-enter? Let me put a poll in the chat. Let's do it. Poll. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna be, should we re-enter GBP CHF? All right, you guys, let me know what you guys think. Should we re-enter GBP CHF? What do you guys think? Should we re-enter? Vote in the chat. What do you guys think? Should we re-enter this trade? All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see what the people say. Should we re-enter? Because if we re-enter, my stops is going to be the same, except obviously above this wick here, like that, so I don't get stopped out too close. But essentially, what do you guys think? Should we re-enter this? Should we re-enter this trade? We got wicked out because of news. Should we re-enter? Do you think that we can get in for another entry? In fact, what do you guys think? Remember I told you I have that 10K Forex Funder account? You think we should enter a live trade on there? What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. Vote. Okay, everybody's saying no so far. So far, we got no's. I guess people are still analyzing, deciding. No's. If we do enter, we're going to go short, guys. We're going to go towards the downside. Oh, wow. Now we have 50% yes, 67% no. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Maximus said he's already in GBP CHF. Are you short as well, or are you long? Pause. Marcus say yes, sir. Let's make it exciting. But everybody in the chat is saying no. People are voting no. Oh man. All right. We'll see if the poll closes, let's say in the next 3 minutes, because we have news in 3 minutes. Depending on what the chat chooses, we will do what we got to do. If you guys say yes, we might even take a live trade on one of those accounts. And if you guys say no, we'll just analyze. Let's go back and look at US 30 real quick. Take a quick look at US 30, see what's going on here. So you can see prices like come down, wick down, and it's just starting to retrace a little bit. We had these two positions, and I'm actually going to remove these real quick just so we can see this more clearly. Okay, we can get that out the way, and then we can take a better look at this. All right, so that's what was going on this morning. Prices kind of come down into these areas. In terms of the 15, I'm now starting to look towards the downside, depending on how this candle closes. We have 2 minutes. I need this candle to close, and I need the second one to close as well before I start considering shorts. If not, I will still kind of consider this because we do have one last little gap here. In fact, let me just copy one of these. I'm going to get rid of the ones on top here because they got violated. All right. So essentially we have these two, and I'm going to look at how price responds to that and kind of take it from there. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Now we have a stale, what's it called? A stalemate, or we have like a 50-50. It's half and half, guys. Should we re-enter GBP CHF for the short, or should we leave it alone? Maximus say yes, short. Vert said the news wouldn't play against us. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I mean, it kind of did in the first half, right? When news and stuff happens, it's going to take out a lot of different angles, different positions, different places. It's going to be volatile for a reason, right? Yesterday, we talked about this on EURJPY. Where are we at on EURJPY? So yesterday on EURJPY, as soon as news hit, right, it just took everybody out and then continued towards the downside a little bit before going back up, right? So news does that a lot. And here we are, we see it retracing. This I wouldn't take. This I wouldn't re-enter. The structure doesn't look convincing to me. But on GBP CHF, I'm still convinced we can get in there. So what do you guys think? Maximus say, if you've been wicked out, I'll vote against re-entry. Okay, so Maximus is like, if you're already wicked out, let it be. And then he said, I'm also short on AUD CAD. Let's see. Let's take a look at that real quick. On CAD. Let me just go back a little bit. Oh, we analyzed this the other day. I think somebody asked us to analyze this. So here we are. Price is still in this channel going towards the upside, but I think overall we are looking at it to break towards the downside. I think that's what we're anticipating. So right now that we have price kind of give us this little bit of like consolidation here. It's broken up to the upside. It's come down to give us a lower low. This might be an overall retracement. Okay, you can see there's a little gap like in there. Price might be responding to, right? It's a bit of a, like it's a super tiny one, but it's just something to kind of look at. You can see price tapped up in here. It's starting to change structure, right? So we have price was going up. Okay, and now we're getting this, okay, essentially stuff like this. So this tells us that there's a good chance we might be reversing. It still could be an overall retracement, but we might be continuing towards the downside. So, oops. So that's interesting. So you're in AUD, CAD, and you're short. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see why you're short. I mean, it's the 1 hour. So at least in this channel here, or for this, you know, this last wave, we are going towards the downside. We could be eventually, again, retracing back up. We don't know when. We don't know how. But I can see why you did what you did. Looking at it here, I can see, for example, this morning, my best bet would have been this right here. That's what I would have waited for. Let's see if it formed our pattern. Kind of did, but it left without us. So that's a good position. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Keda said I'm also short on ACA. Nice. Guys, let us know how it goes. You guys trade Forex. I'm always curious to see how Forex plays out. You know me, I'm an index man, an indice man. Guys, look at this daily candle. Look at this. Price started. look at what's going on here. Price basically started all the way. Let me see the entries right here. So price started this session from down here. Okay, retraced a little bit. You can see the lines. They're right here. Let me zoom in for you guys. So this is where the candle started. So the candle started up this way, went down, and since then it's been shooting up. Okay, shot all the way up, and now look what's happening. It's shooting all the way back down. So usually days like this, price actually will change. All right, the candle will go from being bullish to bearish. It's a lot of bearish pressure. So we will see what happens. We'll see what happens. So AUD, CAD. That's interesting. All right. So right now we have, as of right now, it's 10:02. I'm going to close the poll. Everybody's saying no. Got to go with the majority. I'm going to end the poll. We're going to leave it alone. Like I said, we're going to start the challenge anyways when I come back from vacation. So I'm really excited for that. I don't trade Forex. So I'm really curious to see how our strategy works and how everything's going to play out, blah, 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 blah. So that's going to be super interesting. Price is retracing. Okay, it's come back into this second position again. This time, I guess we would have to move this up a little bit. Give ourselves a nice 1 to 2. And this would end up being, it's already a 1 to 4. But anyways, yeah, that's what my position would have been. All right, so we'll see what happens. Like these type of moves, they don't scare me because indices, you love retracements like this. It gives you a really good entry and you catch a proper move, right? Forex, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. 7 votes. Oh, I see. So yeah, what else are you guys trading? You guys are short. You guys want to give us the coordinates to your positions? We're still waiting. We still have basically an hour to trade US 30. If I see some things I like, I'm going to trade US 30. Let me go up to SPX and NAS and stuff real quick. All right, let me go to NAS. We took this trade the other day, guys. It was in the Discord. Hit a 1 to 4 on one side and a 1 to 2 on the next. But essentially, this is what we got. We got price kind of like, you know, all up in this joint. Price basically, where are we at? Right here, right? Price was going up, down, up, broke this a little bit, came back down, but then went up overall. Somebody was bearish yesterday on US 30, and I told them that with these pairs, even when you see stuff like this, they're usually still bullish. We might still get a retracement overall, but as if you don't see like major signs to get in for a downtrend, I usually don't take sells because they still like to go up no matter what. But essentially all we have right here is price breaking this, I guess, this area of resistance now. And now we're going to see if it's going to retrace. Let's look and see if there are any gaps or anything we can use to possibly get back in the trade. There are two that I'm looking at right now, at least in the short term. I'll wait for price to come back somewhere in here. And this makes the most sense to me because it's already in our area of resistance. We also have this area here that price has already kind of mitigated, but sometimes you can see it still use it in a certain way. So for NOS, this is what I would look at. All right, so until price shows me something in these areas right here, I'm most likely not going to touch, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, Kata said by short, I mean I'm looking for shorts. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we'll analyze that then and see if we can get an entry. Marcus said, ooh, man, stopped out on your JPY. It happens, bro. It totally happens. That's why, like, on days with news, I think the other day when we had news, you guys were here. I didn't take any trades. I just kind of, I looked at it in the morning. I could tell the way everything was set up. I'm like, it's not a day to trade. With new, I don't know how it is with Forex. With indices, usually with news, it's just not recommended. It's just too much going on. It never really gives you a clear setup. You can sometimes catch some scalps, but I just leave it alone. But it happens, bro. The other day, I think it was KDOT. KDOT was minus 3% the other day, and then yesterday he was up 5.5%. Fire, bro. And I don't have to tell you, you're a good trader. You already know how it goes. So KDOT saw it on EU. Entries at 1.11 TP. Okay, cool. Also just sold GBP JPY. Oh man, a lot of action. Okay, let's check out EU real quick. EURUSD. All right. So KDOT said, let me just post the coordinates here. KDOT said he is short. Oh, this is interesting. We already kind of analyzed this. You remember I was telling you guys the other day when news happened, saying that we're consolidating. At this time it was around like 10 o'clock, and I said eventually it's going to break out and then come back to... Okay, cool. You guys understand. But KDOT is short right now. Let me put in his coordinates real quick. Let's see. All right. I'm hoping we can get a nice pair to analyze and take a position, because there's a lot of new traders that come to watch this and want to know how to trade, or at least how to analyze and enter positions. So I'm hoping we can do that so that they can see in real time what it's like. It's easy to do it in hindsight, obviously, but it's the next thing on in the live market. 11188. Okay. So that's, we're going to call this KDOT's, oops, entry. All right, and we're gonna make this blue, and we'll make the line itself. Yeah, that's cool. So this is KDOT's entry. All right, so far, and then KDOT has a TP and a stop loss. He put them both in the chat, so let's check it out. So he said stop loss is at 1210. Okay. 121. Am I reading that correctly? 1210. Yeah, that's what he put. Okay, we're gonna put this as red. We're gonna make it a little choppy, and then we're gonna say KDOT's SL. Okay, text is gonna be red as well. Okay, where the heck did that go? Yo, KDOT, we lost. Oh, it's all the way here. There's no way this is your stop loss, bro. There's no way. Wait, are you swinging? Okay, let me put in your TP. Let me not jump the gun. His TP is at 11123. 23. We're gonna say this is his TP. I'm gonna make that green. TP, and we're gonna make this also green, and then we'll make the, yeah, just like that. Okay, yeah. So, nah. I think I put that in incorrectly, because that's your entry. That's your TP. Your stop loss, there's no way. I think it was missing a digit. It's got to be somewhere closer down here. 1. Oh, okay. I see. There we go. So coordinates is 11210. All right, there we go. Much better. All right, KDOT, good job, man. That's a, oh gosh, let's see what that was like. KDOT is killing it this week. Guys, if you join the Discord, you'll see KDOT in there. You'll see Abdul's fire. You'll see Candle Momentum. You'll see all these guys that trade really well. Nice trade. Let's put some fire emojis in the chat for KDOT. I wrote it wrong. Nah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, Marcus said the stop loss is wrong too. Yeah, no, we got it. All right, let's put some fire emojis. Man, this is a long... Let's put some fire emojis in the chat for KDOT for a beautiful trade. All you need in this world is a 1 to 2, man. I'm telling you. You can obviously go for more, but that's all you need. Very good setup. Very good setup. Let's take a look at what's happening here on US30. Put some fire emojis in the chat for KDOT, people. Show some love. Whenever people are winning, we support them. When they're losing, we encourage them, because it is all part of the game. Yeah, at this point, guys, I don't really see nothing going on. So as you can see here, price is like, we're about to close in the next, 5 minutes. So in the next 5 minutes, this is what I'm looking to do. Again, let me move these over. Okay, I am looking to get back in here now on this. If price retraces, okay, I'll be interested in taking that instead. Okay, I'll be interested in taking that instead of these. These have been violated already. I don't really care for them. But I'm interested now in taking... Let me move this out the way. It looks like it's trend line. We don't draw trend lines. And let me get rid of all these too. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Get rid of that. This 15-minute gap was used very well yesterday, but we can get rid of that. And let's get rid of all these positions and stuff here. Cool. And these gaps. All right. So this is what we're looking at right now. We have this region down here that price is most likely reaching to. So if I get into a trade up here somewhere, okay, I'm going to probably put my stop loss somewhere within this range, and I will aim for a 1 to 2, but I'm going to hold the rest. I'm going to close a good portion of it. Let's say maybe 80 or 50% of it at 1 to 2. Let the rest run to here. Whenever I have these gray zones, they always hit. I did this yesterday or the day before in live where I was showing that my TP would always be at these gray zones, because anytime you have like support resistance, price usually when it's moving like this will go back to that zone. So we'll see what happens. If price enters here, let me show you guys something else. Those of you who are new, just keep these things in mind. If you're aiming for something like this, right? You're aiming for price to come here and do this, and price doesn't do that, ends up just going straight down instead to TP, or yeah, to your TP, just leave the trade alone. There's a good chance if it does come back up, it's doing this instead. Because these are strong levels, and price is just using it as a trampoline. So it happens quite a bit. All right, so we'll see what happens there. Let's go back, check NOS real quick before we check the other ones. And you can see, yeah, NOS is just violating, absolutely violating this one as well. But this one is starting to move. I showed you guys the other day how like SPX will move first, then NOS, or US30, then SPX, then NOS. So you can see here that US30 has already made this move. NOS is starting to do the same. And I'm sure if we go to SPX, it's either still forming or ahead of both of them. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so it's kind of very similar to NOS right now. All right, so again, we'll see what happens. If we get a nice setup or a nice entry, we'll take that. What happened to my wrong one? There we go. Yeah, we'll take that instead. All right, in the meantime, let's go look at some of the other stuff here. Where I said beasts. Yeah, that's what's up, guys. Thank you for showing love. Holy smokes, US30. Yeah, US30 is going crazy. AUDC TP. You hit TP on that as well? Nice. Yeah, I suppose, because I remember you were already short. So with this happening, you are already good to go. For those of you who are here, who are new, I'm going to start putting some alerts. Let's see if price retraces to these levels. Price traced to... Okay, we'll have that there for one. Your USD, we've already done that. Let's go back to CHF and all that stuff, GBP CHF. So as you guys can see, GBP CHF has tapped in. Remember I told you that with these, I'm not usually worried, but I'm curious to see what Euro JPY looks like, because the setup didn't look the same. So let's see. It's still kind of retracing. Oop. I dropped my mouse. So the setup doesn't, I wouldn't have taken a sell on Euro JPY to re-enter, but on GBP CHF, I would have most likely re-entered for sure. For sure. All right, so interesting. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some setup that we can take in real time to show you guys, so that we can, you know what I mean? You guys can see how these trades play out. What's this over here? Let's look at gold. The other day we were analyzing gold. Gold is just falling. When gold does this, guys, I usually just leave it alone. He's going to be going down for a while. Gold is another one of those that when it starts to like plummet, it really starts to plummet. All right. I have nothing to look in here for, like this gap. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not a gold person. Gold has taken the most money from me. So me and gold, we have some bad blood. But one day I'm going to do a series called Revenge Trading. And I'm going to go back for gold. I'm going to make all my money back from gold. So that's going to be interesting as well. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at so far, guys. That's what we're looking at in terms of trades, in terms of entries. This is what we have got. So let's see, again, what occurs. GBP USD, I have a friend that trades this, but I don't personally trade, again, Forex. And GBP USD is just not a pair that interests me at all. but people seem to love it. Somebody else mentioned GJ this morning, GBP, JPY. So let's see what GJ is saying. So yeah, GJ, we analyzed this the other day. We had a point of interest down here for some reason. I guess it was that. Let's see what we're looking at. Price came in here, pushed down. That was really nice. Price came into this one, pushed down. That was also really nice. Even up here during news, came into that again, pushed down. That's also very nice. Who knows? Maybe I might trade GJ. Everybody was telling me, yo, trade GJ. You'll love it. I'm like, GJ doesn't really interest me. But who knows? Maybe we might just trade GJ. But as of right now, let me just go back out a little bit to get a good idea. Let me take off these indicators as well so it's cleaner. Yeah, so we can see price was essentially kind of pulling up, going in this channel, going up. It broke this, went sideways, and now it's still hovering in this area. This is not the best sign because by now it should have been going down some more. So I don't know. It looks like this, I don't know. Without really knowing the pair, I don't know if I would trade it. If it was indices, I could tell what to do up here. I could tell what to do down there. But with this, I don't know. But if we're just following the last, because I mean, this is from August 20th. It's now 22. So the last 2 days, price has been bullish. If we just look at it from that short-term sense, then these are the areas that I'm concerned with. I'm waiting for this. Obviously has to close because it's a 4-hour. So let's go down to the 1 hour to get a better understanding. So on the 1 hour, obviously we have this region here, which is close to the the area of resistance. So that may not be bad. Not my favorite. I prefer something within here. Let's go down to the 15. On the 15, we don't really have much. So when I see that price just is continuously closing the gaps as it's going up, I just know not to enter anywhere near there. This would be the only place where I'd even consider getting back into the trade. So we'll see what happens. KDOT said definitely shorting GJ. Yeah, I could see why. I mean, overall, like I said, I'm kind of anticipating it'll do that. We do also have this major, you can see it right here. There's a massive gap right here. So at some point, price may be wanting to go, because you guys, price moves from zones to zones. This is why support and resistance has worked so well. A lot of people think it's retail, they think it's basic, but support and resistance really works because price goes from one key level to a next, one zone to a next. Alrighty, so I can see why you might be short. I would wait for something else before hopping into a trade, but who knows? We might be able to catch something on there later on. Let's see what's going on. All right, so NAS finally closed. So since NAS is closed, we can now do this as well. So with NAS, what I'm going to do is, well, we got to wait for this candle to close. But essentially, if it comes back into this gap, we might be able to take it down for some retracements towards the downside. My aim would be obviously this low here. This would be my next low for the aim. So regardless of whether or not I get a 1 to 2 in here, I would be very mindful, right, of this area right there. So let's say for some strange reason, my take profit was here or something like that. When I get here, I'd be willing to start closing. If it's one thing you guys should understand was when price gets to certain lows and highs, once it takes it, it might just completely turn around. So you want to be careful. Sometimes you can hold, sometimes you can't. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Let's go back to US. Look at US 30. Go, bro. Sheesh. All right, so yeah, US 30 is just going off. We have another gap forming here. I'm not going to touch that. We have price breaking this low already. Okay, so there's a chance that price could be responding there. You know what, for you guys, let's see what will happen when price gets there. We'll wait for the next 11 minutes and we will see what happens. In the meantime, let's see what else is going on. It's crazy how so many different ways of analysis leads to the same bias. Yeah, that's the beauty of the chart, guys. Like, there are so many different ways to look at it, but ultimately your pattern recognition will lead you to your bias, which will essentially lead you to your profitability. I talk about this all the time, that, like, for example, in US 30, everybody would be selling here and I would be buying because of my bias. I might look at this and say, oh, well, I see a gap right here, right? And my strategy tells me that even though we're down, let's say, if everything checks off, I might be able to take this for a retracement. Okay? So I'll give you guys an example. This is not a great example, but maybe if something better forms. But my whole point is, like, I would, let's say, get in here, okay, because my strategy says everything checks out, and I would aim for a 1 to 2, right? And believe it or not, I would win because I know how these pairs move. Everybody looks at things differently. What matters is your conviction towards what you're doing. When you have confidence in your trades and conviction in your trades, you can execute it more consistently, and that consistency brings profits and profitability. So, Marcus said, enter GBP CHF, please. Okay, let me see. GBP CHF. You want me to re-enter? Everybody said no. I can do a paper trade if you like. I could enter a paper trade, but everybody in the chat said I shouldn't. Oh, message was rejected. Okay, we'll see what happens later on. I think maybe he meant to say something else. But yeah, man, so far not too bad. So we got wicked out in our initial position here. All right, the setup to me looked really clean. It's just news kind of took us out, and now it's heading towards the downside. Now, as much as this is happening, we have to keep in mind, look at all that's going on here. When you see all this, this could be considered support and resistance, or it could be considered a liquidity pool. And the way I judge these things is I look at it like, are we at a very strong point? So for example, somewhere, let me just zoom out a little bit. So if we look at structure from, let's say, the half hour, you can clearly see that somewhere like here is more of a support and resistance, even though it could be perceived as a liquidity zone. It's more of a support and resistance because of how much volume has been moved from that side, right? And also another good way to check too is like if you move that area towards the left, if you see other places where it's interacted with, then you get just like what's happening up here. Okay, if I go to the 4 hour, you can see this is definitely not no liquidity. This is support and resistance. But on smaller time frames, when you see stuff like this building up, it could actually just be liquidity. That price is literally like betting on, just waiting on to kind of take and then go the other way. So you never know. All right. I don't use liquidity to trade. I just mark it out just to help out with the analysis when I'm talking to you guys. But you'll never ever see me say, oh, guys, I'm going to enter here because there's liquidity, or I'm putting my stop loss or take profit there because liquidity. I don't care about liquidity. I care about my overall move. I trust my analysis to get me to where I need it to get me to, and I just leave it at that. So we shall see, as they used to say in the Nigerian movies, we shall see where the power lies. All right. So we'll see Wagwan. Going back to US 30, kind of keep that closed. We have 7 minutes till the candle closes. So you guys, you can see why, like when I'm doing these series and these documentaries, it takes me a while sometimes to upload. It's not just because of the editing too. Sometimes I'm very patient. I don't rush into trades. Yesterday, I only took a trade on Monday. I have not traded any other day because the setups haven't looked good to me. And that's just how I am. I won't rush it, even though I can tell where price is going sometimes just by movement. That's not how we trade. We don't trade by what we feel. We trade by what we know. And so you have to let your system play out based on what your system is telling you. So we shall see what occurs. Marcus said, paper trade, Euro, JPY. All right, fine. Let's do that. You guys, I mean, it's at least fair to do a paper trade. It doesn't hurt us in the long run. So we're going to enter. This is what we're going to do. We're going to put in 3 positions. Okay. It shouldn't come up there, but we're going to enter one here. Stop loss is going to be here. These numbers are tiny. Let's up the scale. Let's do at least 10K, right? Or at least a standard lot. Let's do 100K. All right. So let's sell there. That's better. Okay. Stop loss is there. And then take profit is going to be here. And then what I'm going to do is that if for some reason price comes back into here, we'll enter another position right there. Right? If for some reason. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Marcus said, too late. It's all good, bro. It's a paper trade. We just need it as a reference. This is where I wanted to get in. Right up here is where I initially wanted to get in. That's why I kept asking you guys, should we trade? Should we trade? Because I'm like, bro, this is going to be a nice retracement to me. Because at least, like, if at this with the 1 to 4, where are we at right now? We're already almost like a 1 to 1.5. So a little bit more, we will at least hit a 1 to 2. So even on a bad day, I can close there and still be blessed. You know what I mean? So we will see what happens. All right. The rest of you guys on this live, on this chat, what are you guys doing this morning? What are you trading? How has your week been so far? Anybody profitable? Anybody, passing challenges, taking challenges? What are you guys doing? We're going to be starting a challenge soon with a 10K account. We're going to be doing Forex only and possibly gold. People ask for gold as well. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing it when I get back. But for now, what are you guys doing? What are you guys trading? How's the week been? For me, I'm 1-0 this week. So by God's grace, I took one trade. I'm blessed. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I can be picky with the setups that I take because I've already entered a trade. When I have days like this where it's Thursday and I haven't taken a trade, you know what happens to me? I can be a little forceful and aggressive because I'm already a bit of an aggressive trader. That's why I take these type of entries. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Vert said, I see. Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to. So if you could give me a little bit more information, like, 'cause sometimes you guys like respond and I check it late, so I miss what you guys were responding to. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing and what you guys are trading, how your week is going so far. You know what I mean? I'm up 1%, so I'm happy. And then type in the chat. Let me know what was been your worst losing streak. And what's the most amount of money you guys have lost? I'm curious. Because some people have some really crazy things. Some people don't have that much. But like, what's been your worst losing streak? If you guys were here the other day, I showed my results for when I passed my TFT challenge, when I got funded with them, what my results were. Maximus says, sells all day today, all in profits, taking partials and risk-free running, Euro GBP and GBP, CHF, and UG. Bro, that is beautiful, man. That is so beautiful. I love to hear it and I love to see it. So he is just cashing in on some of these trades. And what I love is that he said he's already taken partials. Trader is risk-free. Whatever happens after this, he's blessed. He can go and do whatever he wants and the trades will play out however they want. You see what I'm saying? So that is wonderful stuff, man. Congrats. You're having a great week, Maximus. That is fire. That is absolutely fire. K-Dot said 4 losses in a row now, bro. Oh, four losses in a row for your longest streak. Yeah. Mine was 3 losses, but 6 positions, and I have never seen so many reds since I became profitable. It was very weird, but I got it all back because, again, your system works. If you let your system do what it needs to do, we have no idea, right? Like, all of us can say this. We have zero idea. Or not idea. We don't know for sure or for certain if price is going to hit our stop loss or take profit. What we do know is probability. And based on what we're seeing, we can say what are the chances that price is going to go down, what are the chances that price is going to go up. In this case here, you can see a massive, and I mean massive bull run from yesterday at 4 all the way up until 6:50 this morning. Okay, so 4 in the morning to 6:50, price has been going up. So if anything, we have what's called a retracement. Okay, this is a retracement. But at the same time, when we look at this from a bigger time frame, we can say, well, yes, price has been bullish, but because we're overall, let's say, bearish, we're anticipating somewhere in these areas for price to start making its way back down. So it's all probabilities, but we don't know for sure. We just trade what we see and let our systems do the talking. K-Dot said, and lost around 60% of an account. It was only a tenner. Got you. 10K account if I'm reading that right. But lost 60%. Yeah, man, it's tough. Or as in $10. Let me know if I have that correct. But yeah, that's interesting. Who else? Guys, don't leave K-Dot by himself. Don't be shy. Marcus already shared his on his channel, so I know he's already cleared that up. But the rest of you guys, what's been your longest losing streak? What was the most amount of money you lost, and how did you overcome it, or were you able to make it back up? I would love to know. Maximus, the longest losing streak was 2 weeks straight, lost 6K. Yeah, I know those ones. You guys, especially when you're unprofitable, this is why, like, I respect anybody who trades. Anybody who can show up every day after getting washed in the market is built different. I don't care what anyone else says. If you're a trader, you are built different because people can't lose money. It's a very difficult thing to get used to. Losing 6K and still trading today, guys, just clap it up. Everybody who has put some clapping emojis in the chat. Everybody who has ever had a losing streak or lost personal money and is still here, round of applause, man. Y'all deserve it. Let me see if I can get that clapping emoji in here. Where is it at? There we go. There we go. Clapping emoji. Good job. Excellent job for those of you guys who have gone through that and are still here. K-Dot said, no, it was euro, $10 euro. That's still fine. Guess I'm only 17, so I can't do prop firms. Oh, I took a break and came back to discretionary trading around 3 weeks ago. Oh, nice. But you're very level-headed, though. The fact that, like, you're not trying to rush things and you're taking your time and you're pacing yourself, that's really good. It's what's going to save you in trading. In the meantime, while you're not obviously actively trading, do your absolute best to take as many trials as you can, free trials, as many tests as you can, just to I mean, will they allow you to sign up if you're not 17? Who knows? Some will, some may not, but do your best to still practice. All right, guys, thank you for all the clap emojis in the chat. That's wonderful that those of you guys who have gone through that have still made it. Yolomi's in here. She said, what up? What's good, Yolomi? What's good? Welcome back. You kind of disappeared for a little bit. I suppose you were out doing your regular stuff. Welcome back to the chat. We are looking at some of the trades that we kind of took this morning. I took a fake trade on here this morning, got stopped out because of news. Remember, I don't trade Forex, but everybody's been encouraging me to try, so I've been trying some setups. I'm going to be doing a series where we're going to be using a challenge account to trade Forex only, see if we can pass it. All right, for US 30, you missed it this morning, but what we were looking at this morning is this. We got into these two trades, these two positions this morning. It was here and here. The 1 to 2 hit, 1 to 4 just shy. All right. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let me just take a quick look at NAS while that's going on. So NAS did come back in there and I missed it. I should have put thing, but it's not. You know what? You guys, I'm going to take a paper trade on NAS. This is this is not a signal. I'm begging you, don't take this trade because I won't even take this on my live account. Don't take this trade. I just want to see something. Don't take this trade. We are so far down. I don't really have much, but when I flip it, I can kind of see what's happening here. Even when I flip it, I know I shouldn't. You guys don't enter this. Do not touch this. Okay? You know what? I'm not even gonna do a paper trade. This is just a bad setup. Okay? I was curious about something, but it doesn't make sense. We're close to that level that we're looking at. We're far down in. The setup itself doesn't look clean, so we'll leave that alone. I was just trying to itch. I'm kind of itchy to get into a setup live in front of you guys so you guys can see how to execute a trade. I want to analyze a pair and then actually enter the trade so you guys can see like, oh, okay, this is how it's done. So anyways, that is how that goes. GP, what happened to your JPY? So your JPY is also retracing, not too bad. GBP USD. Let me just go back to 15. Gold is just like having a field day. Gold is like, all right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow somewhere down here. God knows where, right? What else? Some people mentioned AUD, CAD, odd CAD. Yeah, nothing going on there. Euro, USD. Again, these are just areas where I wouldn't even re-enter trade. It just you wanna. When I first started trading, I had an issue, and that issue ended up helping me develop a strategy. My issue was all I wanted to do was catch the very tops and the very bottoms. That's all I wanted to do. This is what I wanted to do as a trader. I wanted to be a sniper. And what do you think happened? Every time price was coming down, I'm like, oh, price has gone down far enough. I keep entering, right? So I would enter a position here, then a position there, then a position there, then a position there, right? And it would just be so many positions. You guys know what I'm talking about. All you guys have charts looking like this before. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You open your MT5 on your phone and this is all you see. And what is price doing? Price is still falling through the ground. And you're like, you know what? This is the best time. You know what you start doing at this point? You're like, this is a really good retracement. And price is already going up. If these were 0.01s or 0.10s or whatever, here you're putting in like 0.50. You're like, I'm going to catch the bottom. And price would do this. Give you a little false hope. Down. And then at the end of the day, you just turn off your computer, your laptop, or your phone. You put it down. You go find a corner and you cry. Because you realize that was a terrible thing to do. All right. So I had an issue of trying to catch the tops and the bottoms. What eventually happened was as I was learning to trade properly, learning market structure and all these things, I started to realize that my personality is to get sniper entries. So I started analyzing the best zones, supply and demand zones, support and resistance, reversals, point of interest, all these different things. And I start to say, what makes it so? This is a good question you guys should ever ask yourself. Why is it? I'll give you an example. Let's just assume that these are all, every place that I'm going to mark here is a supply zone. Okay, let's just assume. Just humor me for a moment. We're going to say this is a supply zone. We're going to say this is a supply zone right here. Okay, we're going to say Oops. This is a supply zone right here. And so on and so forth. Okay, we're going to make a lot of these supply zones. So the question is, I would ask myself, why is it that, let's say, price didn't respect this one, but it respected this one? Because when I was trading like that, guess what I would do? Every single supply zone has a limit order. Stops at the top, 1 to 2. Before, I actually used to go for 1 to 3. So it'd be like that. Every single supply zone was like that. And then what would happen is price would do this. On this one, it comes down, it respects. Ooh, nice, 1 to 3 trade. This one blows. This one comes up, blows. This one, random one that I thought, okay, this doesn't look like the strongest zone, something like this. It comes, it gives me the biggest one. I'm like, why is it that price respects some and not the others? And when I discovered that, that's when profitability started to kick in. There are certain things price is looking for before it'll use that area as a point of interest, as a trampoline, as a whatever you want to call it, to go into its initial direction. All right, so I don't even know how we got here, guys. I'm just yapping away. But long story short, I want to show you guys how to enter trades and stuff like that, just so you guys can have it for reference, okay, as to how to analyze and how to get in and things of that nature. Let's go back to the chat. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. One at a time. RP said, today lost my prop account, revenge trading. It happened to me, okay? I did that on my first FTMO account. I ended up almost breaking things in my room, and I'm not a very violent person, but I was almost brought to tears. It hurt my soul because I knew if I just waited, but I wanted to pass. Because remember, back then they had the time limits. So I'm like, yo, I only got like a couple days. I got to YOLO it, make it work, started revenge trading, losing more. I had already built a cushion up until that point. I think I was up like 2%. So I didn't have to do all that. And guess what I did? I YOLO'd the account, lost it. And when I got that email, unfortunately breached your account, I wanted to do some ungodly things. So it happens, bro. You'll get the next one. It's just part of the process. K-Dot said, yeah, I passed an Alpha Capital trial account. Excellent. That's what gave me confidence to start doing prop firms. I remember taking a wicked setup on CAD JPY and hitting like a 1 to 9. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm so ready. And then I found out real quickly that trading on a trial and trading in like a real one, emotions are way different. It's the emotional part that screws you up. But you've been doing this for a while. You seem to be very composed and very methodical. So I have faith that you're going to do very well. Marcus said, I re-entered Euro JPY. Oh, God, I got to check it out. Verse said, it's a sell. We're calling it now. It's a sell. Boom. And then Marcus said, kablooey. If you guys are not familiar with that, there's a famous video. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I can find the video. I'm going to have to, like, obviously turn off my screen for just a sec. But we're going to see if we can find it for you guys to watch as well. Let me see here. All right. Classic Forex trade kablooey. Let me put this back on for you guys so you guys could see. What's the is it this one?
1 minute to go.
Yeah, this is it.
1 minute to go.
Can you guys hear it?
It's a sell. I'm on a real account. I'm on a real account.
This is it, money.
It's a sell. It's a sell. It's a sell. It's a sell. I gave the signal. I gave the signal. I gave the signal. Classic Forex trade. Kablooey. Kablooey.
Oh man, this will forever be a hood classic, bro. Kablooey. So that's what Marcus was referring to. So that's hilarious. I'm gonna check your JPY in a second. Let's see. Lauren said, hey, what's good, Lauren? Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the family. Good to have you here. Verda's laughing. He said, what's up to Lauren? Marcus said he's short. Lauren said, Marcus, you have a new Discord. He said, hi, Lauren. Yeah, I will share it on the channel next week. It's free. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Yeah, he has some other stuff he's working on, guys. We already talked about this a couple weeks ago. So stay tuned for that as well. Maximus said, guys, I've been on a 2-month winning streak and I'm getting overconfident. I know it's dangerous. Any advice on how to deal with it? Should I take a break? No. Listen to me very carefully. This is what I would tell you. Listen, I was showing you guys my results when I was trading with the funded trader, I had one period where out of 6 trades, I lost 1 and like the next 5 were all green. Just keep trading your strategy when you see your setup. The second you start to say, I'm getting overconfident, you're playing with your emotions. It's going to mess with you. You know what's going to happen? You're going to say, let me take a break, right? Then you're going to get in and say, okay, I feel good now. When you lose or get into a losing streak, it's going to affect you as well. Just follow your strategy. When you're winning, you're winning. When you're losing, you're losing. There's nothing you can do about it. When good days come, take every single one you can. When bad days come, you still have to take them as well, because as a trader, your job is to show up and execute. That's it. So don't go in there with your feelings. You're doing well. Keep going. The good days will make up for all the bad days that are coming, if any more come. All right. So just don't even look at it like that. That's my opinion. Somebody else might disagree and say, no, I disagree. You're having a great, winning streak. Take your money, go on a vacation to Hawaii and don't come back. I don't know. But that's my 2 cents. Marcus said perhaps a break or start risking less if you still want to trade. Yeah, you see, there you go. Maybe risk a little bit less. But I follow my strategy through and through. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care when there's news, there's a pandemic. I don't give a damn. I trade the same way every single time. I trade my funded accounts the same way, because the thing is that your edge, if you're trading your edge, is because you've proven to yourself that it works. So you must let it play out as optimally, if that's a word. 1 second. Let me see here. Is that a word? Oh, it is a word. As optimally as you can. Okay. So you got to let it do what it does. Vert said, can we focus on risk management on the live tomorrow? Absolutely. I can do a little bit now before I hop off, for sure. Risk management is one of the pillars of profitability. Alan Monk said, what's up? What's up, Alan Monk? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the family. Welcome back to the live. Maximus said, Marcus, thanks, bruh. K-Dot said, I'm not composed, to be honest. There's times when I take an entry, then exit, and then enter the exit. Okay. You're still working on your emotions. It'll happen. Okay. You guys, you know what? One of these lives, we'll set it up in the Discord. We'll talk about risk management and setting up a trading plan. All right, that you guys have to follow, and we're going to be accountable to each other, so that every day we can ask, did you follow your plan? If not, you have to do something crazy or something. We'll keep each other accountable. And it goes same for me, because I still have days where I'm like, man, I just know it's going, and I'll re-enter as well, and it's not good. You should not revenge trade. You should be disciplined. Vert said yes, and people are laughing. I gave the signal. Yeah, that video will forever be a classic, bro. It's hilarious. Kida said at least he did it on a real account. True. At least he did it on a real account. But yeah, it's just how funny. This is why I don't trade news, guys. News can go either way. You really can't never really tell. But like I was saying here, when you find out which zones work and why the other ones don't, it really helps you with your profitability. Let's go back and look at some of these things here. Let's go back and look at US 30. I mean, it's almost 11, so I'm not even interested in getting back into anything at all. This is the 5 minute. Look at the 15. You see what I'm saying? So I'm personally I'm 18 minutes away, but we'll see. If it still gives us like a really promising setup, then I might take that. On the other hand, oh shoot, this is more of the move to take. I should be taking this one. Oh, this is terrible. This is the move to take. Now let's see. Oh gosh, I wish I could show you guys in real time, but let's see. This is where I probably still wouldn't have gotten in though, because I would have put my entry here and price didn't retrace that far. But essentially, this is what I would be doing. One area here, one down there, and we'll see what happens. All right. So I will, for now, put in a paper trade just so you guys can see. That way, when price hits stop loss or take profit, we can see what's going on. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys why I would possibly take this trade. Okay. And this is a prime example of we're in a strong bearish trend, money. Money, what are you doing, bro? Why are you buying at that level? It's because, based on my experience, I showed you guys the other day with my spreadsheet, my Excel spreadsheet. I have 4 years worth of data that tells me about this. The reason why in real life I would not take this trade is because we're way too close to 11. 11 o'clock, we're going to reverse. So that tells me this might either be the what's the word? The prequel? Basically the move before the reversal, or it could be just the false hope, and then we're going to come up a little bit here, and then at 11 we're just going to continue to fall. All right, so I personally wouldn't take this on a live account, but I do want to show you guys what my entries and things like that look like. So it would be somewhere there for the 1 to 4, and a 1 to 2 I'd enter right there. Okay, And what I'm looking at is that I have a point of interest marked up already. Prices came into this point of interest, and guess what it's given me? Okay, let me zoom out like this for you guys to see. Price was coming down, right? Got to our point of entry, gave us a lower low, then a little bit of a higher low, right? This is still lower higher, right? Let's not kid ourselves. Then we had another lower low, then a lower high, then a lower low, and guess what? Price broke this recent high. This is enough for me to catch the retracement and go towards the upside. Guys, for those of you asking about risk management or talking about trading plans, this is it. My strategy is very simple. 3 things: market direction, point of interest, pattern. That's all. I will take this 10 times out of 10 at the right time. All right, so we'll see what happens. If it ends up losing, I don't care. Because guess what? I'm going to get them on the next one. I'm going to put 3 positions here just so we can get... But the thing is, this thing won't even show that way, but whatever. Because you know how TradingView is. It'll like consolidate your positions so that it'll be like an average of the 3 positions. But in any case, we'll do one there and we'll do one more here just to keep it like with the original thing. And all of these are going to be stop loss here, stop loss here, and then TP. Let me just move this. TP is going to be, first one's going to be here, right there. And the second one is also going to be right there. All right. So we'll see how this goes, guys. Hopefully this trade will play out before I have to hop off so that you guys can see for yourselves how this works. But this is the trade. So sometimes people watch my videos and be like, why the heck are you trading here? We're in a downtrend. I'm like, I know, but it's my strategy. I became profitable. I became funded. I got payouts doing this exact thing. You worry about you. I'll worry about me. That's the beauty of this world. And I was telling you guys just yesterday on the live, I do what I want to do. I got here by thinking for myself and being consistent in my character. And that's what's going to take me to the rest of the way. All right. So you guys have to learn to formulate your own ideas. This is not a signal, guys. I beg you, do not enter this trade at all. This, to be honest, is not an A+ setup. Okay. This is not what I would consider an A+. This is like a B at best. Okay. Because of the other factors that I'm ignoring just to show you guys a live trade. There's a lot of reasons why I wouldn't enter at this point. This is something that if you're going to take a trade like this, in a downtrend, it has to be before New York Open or right after New York Open. You can't take this around this time. But I just want to show you guys what my analysis and stuff looks like. So hopefully we can see this play out in real time. In the meantime, GBP CHF is starting to retrace on us. We had an entry here earlier, came down. I'm really curious to see how... What was that? Stop loss on US 30. Already? Oh, okay. I was about to say, what the heck is going on? It's an entry. Right? Yeah, it's an entry, not a stop loss. All right, so prices entered into this position. So we're either going to... I just want to check one more thing before we get here because I want to watch this trade play out. Okay, Euro JPY is moving a lot better for us. But again, we still have a couple things to worry about. All this right here. This could either be a really good take profit zone or be the place where it reverses. So we will see what happens. In the meantime, let's go back to US 30 and see what happens. This is going to be interesting. I'm glad you guys are getting to see this live. It's unfortunately on a fake account, but if it was a proper setup, I would have taken it on my real account in front of you guys so you guys could see. Let me get back to the chat. Hey, Donovan's in here. What's good, Donovan? Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the live. Welcome back to the family. He said, why not take both sides of the trade? I don't trade like that. I don't do it. I've done it a couple times. It's just what happens to me. My brain works a certain way. If I start trying to take both sides, it's going to mess up my overall psychology for the trade. So what will happen is that, so let's say, for example, I entered up here for a sell because I mean, look at the structure here. We might actually be going towards the downside. Guess what I start doing? You know what? Let me just close this. I think we're actually going down. I'm going to close this. Price is going to shoot up. I'm going to say, shoot. Let me enter because we're actually going up. I'm going to enter. It's going to go down. I'm going to say, shoot. And like, this is how I would respond to it, right? So things like this, I'd be like, okay, let me close. All right, so here we're in our last position, guys. So it's either going to take us out or take us to victory, right? So at this point, that price is doing this. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, no. You know what I mean? Let me close that and increase the sells because I don't trust myself when I trade. I emotionally, I can be all over the place. So I don't take both sides. I pick a side and I stick to it. Because you know what happens when I lose this trade? It just takes one more of this setup, and I'll not only make this back, I'll make way more. This, I'm going to risk 1%. This, I'm going to make 3%. Right? Like this is a 1 to 4, this is a 1 to 2. A 0.5, a 0.5. This will go 0.5 times 2 will be 1. So I'll make 1% on this position. I'll make this 0.5 will go to 1 to 4. I'll make 2. 0.5 times 4 is 2. I'll make 2% too. 2% plus 1% is 3%, and I only lost 1. I'm good. I just need one of these setups a week. I get 3 of these in a row. Every challenge is passed. Every phase 1 is passed. So this is how I trade. So you guys are going to see it happen in real time. Yolomi said, smash the like, guys. Thank you, Yolomi. Smash the like, guys. Please smash the like. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps with the algorithm. Okay. Like the oh gosh, I can't even talk. The African is coming. Yesterday we were talking about how my uncle, he used to be like the English is not common. The English is not common, right? The English is just nowadays I can't speak. It's weird. But yeah, thank you, Yolomi. I appreciate it. Smash the like, guys. Smash the like button. You know, support the chat, support the live. I go live every day to show you guys how I trade for free. I show you guys my setups. We analyze for free. There's no paywalls behind none of my stuff. Everything's free. The only thing I will possibly charge for in the future is a one-on-one. Outside of that, everything else is free. All right, so please like the live. Steven Labuga said, hey, Steven, welcome back. He said, I can't wait. What are you going to do on your Discord? I'm trying to build PO3 daily candle strategy. Will you make a video on how you approach it? I might be missing something. Absolutely. So you haven't been here in a while. we're going to be doing a live. We're going to talk about, we're going to create a trading plan, and we're going to do risk management. But then I'm also doing a series. I'm going on vacation in a couple days. I'm going to go for a week. When I come back, we're doing a challenge. Okay, I have a 10K account. We're going to be trading it live every day on Forex. I don't trade Forex, so it's going to be a challenge. I'm going to be trading Forex live every day for until we either pass or fail the account. So you'll be able to see all those things. And with the power through that candle, the indicator is there. I can show you exactly how I would use this. I don't really use it, but I can approach it for you to see how I use it. So yeah, join the lives every day. You'll see all those things in real time. All right. Marcus Adrian said, your JPY might break now as well. Okay, I'm going to check that in a second. And then Kata said, I mean for news trades. Oh, I see. Or would the broker just ban you? No, you can take both sides, at least with the brokers that I use. As long as you're not, what people are doing is they would open two accounts, right? One, they would, load it to the nines, right? For buys. The next one, they load it to the nines for sells. And all they do is that they let one crash and the other one, they make a massive profit and they try and get a withdrawal. And the broker's like, yeah, you think I was born yesterday? You know the saying of I was born at night, but not last night? It's one of those. They don't allow it because you're just gaming the system. All right. So that's why I don't take both sides. So, okay, this is moving a little bit. We can't be too hopeful. We need to at least get to a 1-to-1 before we can start to say, okay, maybe, right? So that's perfect. When price gets back to this line, then we can start to be like, okay, we might be in the clear here. Okay, let's go to, I think it was Euro JPY. Marcus said it's about to break. Yeah, okay, so we're getting close to this level. So hopefully we will get ourselves a little, what we got going on is this. Maybe retrace to here and then start heading towards the downside. Let me show you guys the trade we took the other day in the chat. Shout out to the chat and the Discord. You guys, some people have some really good trades in the Discord. This is the one we took the other day. Where is it at? Right here. I took this actually. I actually took this trade. Somebody asked us to analyze. This is GBP CHF. They're like, can you analyze this? So we analyzed this. I'm like, yo, this looks good. So I took the positions. It ended up being a 1-to-4. Okay, so shout out to everybody in the Discord who's sharing their ideas and stuff like that. I would have never taken this trade at all. But after we did the analysis, I'm like, yo, this looks good. So we took the trade and it ended up winning. So yeah, man. Looks good. Steven said, thank you. You're very welcome, bro. Don't even mention it. Bama, welcome back, Bama. What's good? He said, did you ever go through closing trades way too early? Yes, of course I did. Do you know how many times? In fact, I did this last month. I'm going to see if I have the video. I'll probably post it. I literally, it's in the Forex Funder series. There was one trade where I was supposed to let it hit a 1 to 2. Price started to do this. It got to just like this, but I'm going to flip it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let me flip the chart. 1 second. Oh, my keyboard died, guys. My keyboard is dead. Let me see if I can revive it. The good old bang and slap. See if that works. Let me try and turn it back on. Let me see something. Oh no, guys, it's wait. Are we getting some juice? Are we getting some juice? No, we're not. All right, guys, I gotta switch this out. Oh, it's just connected. Oh, bro. I have the keyboard that unfortunately Apple thought it'd be an amazing idea to make this battery powered. Let me charge this thing. Don't let me use batteries. So every day I have to use these rechargeable batteries. So when I put these back in, right? Then I got to charge those. What a life. You know what this reminds me of? Xbox days. By the way, do any of you guys game? I've always wanted to ask you guys this. Hold on. I have my Xbox in my office. I used to game. I haven't gamed in like a year, but I used to game. I have my Xbox in my office. If you guys game, I used to play Call of Duty and 2K and Destiny. I used to be heavy into Destiny. If any of you guys play those games, let me know. We might like on the weekends when I'm a little free, we could game together. We could chop it up, baby. You know what I'm saying? So let me know if you guys game. But I used to, before when, sometimes trading can take a lot of time. So I would literally have my game open and I would just be playing and I would wait for my setups. I set alerts. And then when I hear that classic trading view, beep, I go straight to the chart to see what's going on. Right? But now I don't do that because I don't game. I'm just too busy. There's a lot going on with the businesses. So I just don't have the time to game. All right. So is it working? Okay, perfect. Let me flip the chart now to show you guys. All right, cool. So we had a situation like this, just like this. I had entered right in here, had the two positions like that. Price got to this level, but except the take profit was a little bit closer. It was like right here, okay? Price got to this level. I was supposed to wait for it to TP. As soon as I started doing this, I closed for like either a 1% or a 1 to 1.5, something like that. And it ended up like plowing through, and I was like, shoot. I should really not mess with my trades. And you guys know me. If you know me from before, my rule was never interfere with your trades, which is what I still do. But at that point with the Forex Funder, I was down like 4% or 3%. So I needed to take what I can get. And now the account is back up to like break even, basically. All right. So you do with that what you will. All right. So yeah, so that's what's going on there. Let's go back and look at NOS and see if NOS is okay. So NOS is still doing okay. You know what I mean? It's, guys, in 3 minutes, I'm curious to see what happens at 11. 11 is the devil's time on here, bro. Trust me. To answer your question, Bama, yes, I did go through that, and sometimes I still go through it. I don't want to say it's normal, but it happens. Don't beat yourself up too much. Try to stick more to your plan. I showed you guys the other day, I have a checklist for trading psychology, like a grade trade book. I'm going to show you guys in a sec. I guess I got to do this again. Vert said, me too. Yeah, man, it happens to the best of us. I'm sure even Marcus might be like, yeah, and Marcus is an experienced trader. You know what I mean? K-Dot said, do you ever laugh when creating the thumbnails for this? Not really. Well, there are some times where I'll watch back what I was doing and I'll be like, bro, the things you do for the internet, man. You know what I mean? Like, just like so goofy. You know what I mean? So yeah, sometimes, I guess, to answer your question. Yolomi said, you made me also reluctant to trade my Forex Funder account. Listen, I don't want to be the person. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, but this company is shiesty, bro. It's just so shady, so slimy, and I've lost all interest. You know what I mean? So as you guys saw in the last episode, my trading was all over the place. I was like, you know what I would do? So like US 30, I'd be like, I don't know. I need to take a trade because I need to, make content. We're kind of here. You know what? Let me just enter. Like, I would do this. Like, let me enter, right here. Put my stops right here. Aim for like right here. And the trade never plays out. And what would happen is that price would go up a little bit, shoot to the floor, and be like, oh well, next one. And eventually I got to a point where that's when I lost 3 trades in a row, but they were 6 positions. When I saw all that, I'm like, nah, bro. I've never been here where I've seen so much red in my trading. I'm like, nah. So I started to kind of like refocus and lock back in, and then I brought the account back up. So please, Yolomi, I beg you, don't blame me. I beg you, please. It is not my doing. Yeah, it is the Forex Funder. All right. K-Dot said, I used to play some chess. Brother, on this? You used to play chess on Xbox? K-Dot, you buy an Xbox to play chess? Okay. Are you sure? Maybe I'm not reading it. Explain to me. Okay. Let me read the rest. He said Apex, Fortnite, Rocket League. I was addicted. Oh, okay. I never got into Apex. I never got into Fortnite. I never got into. You see this thing that just came up that said work off? This is my official time. It's supposed to say trading. But anyways, this means I've officially hit my time to trade. If I'm in any trades, you know what I do? I close them. Because at 11, you'll see price go right back down. All right. But for you guys, I'm going to stay a little bit longer. I'm supposed to hop off the thing, but I'll stay maybe a half hour. Keep you guys. Because remember, I'm leaving in a week. So I'm trying to get some stuff out there for you guys, but we'll see what happens. All right. I'm going to miss you guys, by the way. It's going to be weird not waking up and trading and then be like, yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the chat. And everybody making jokes, man. It's going to be crazy. Marcus said, been playing Rocket League as well. Oh, that's dope. Marcus, do you have an Xbox or a PlayStation? Because I didn't even know you game. You know what I mean? Marcus comes off like one of those guys who, like, in the morning, he'll get up, he'll pray, he'll trade, you know, he'll make a bit. And then after, he'll be like, all right, that was a good day. Now let's go work out. And then he'll just like punch him, you know, like pump a bunch of iron and then come back home and be like, yeah. And just do it all over again. He seems very like Terminator. Obama said at Verd, I risk 500 and close as soon as I see the candles form against me. I end up making $15 to 200 per trade. I'm laughing because I've been there, bro. It's the worst thing. Your risk is so large and your profits are so tiny. And you look at your P&L, you're like, bro, what kind of nonsense is this, bro? That is hilarious. K-Dot said, not Xbox, just PC. Oh, I see. That's why you're playing chess. I got you. My fault, bro. Is that a Nigerian accent, bro? It's a whatever, some form of African accent, bro. Shout out to my Nigerian people. I'm not Nigerian, but I am African. I'm Ghanaian. Born in Canada, born and raised in Canada, but parents are from West Africa. Shout out to the motherland. You know, Africans be. I had an uncle, right? So you guys, I don't know. I had an uncle. So my uncle was like, he was really sharp. He went to school, had really good grades. And so one time I was, you know, there's these old tricks, right? Where you ask people how to spell certain things, or you ask them what's 1 + 1 and stuff like that. And there's a trick question. So I said, uncle. I go to my uncle, right? I go, uncle, is 7 + 3 11 or 11? He's like, 7 + 3 is 11. I start laughing. No, right? I was young. No, uncle, you're wrong. 7 + 3 is 10. Ha ha ha. He grabbed me. He's like, you cannot do that. He said, the way you posed the question, you deceived me. You are wrong. He says, no, that's not right. He said, if you had proposed the question in a different way, I would have maybe used. My uncle's not that deep. He said, no. He gave me this strict warning, this lecture, all because of the joke. My uncle, chill out, bro. It's just a joke. So Africans, shout out to our Africans. I have an uncle too. When we went back home for my dad's funeral, he was nuts. He got into a fight everywhere we went, bro. Yo, when an African is mad, bro, don't mess with him. If an African tells you, you think I'm a kid? Or you think I'm stupid? Just walk away. That guy's ready to risk it all, bro. He's ready to risk it for the biscuit. Obama said, bro, do you stream like daily? Yes, I do this every single day, brother. Every day, Monday to Friday. I started streaming. Me and Marcus were talking about I started streaming. And it was just to kind of like, I don't even know why I started streaming. I just want to show something. And then a lot of people came in there and was like, hey, I like what I'm learning. I like what I'm seeing. If you could do this more often, it would help, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So I just decided to continue streaming. So I do this every day. I'm trying to do this every day, except when I'm on vacation. I can't. I'll be with the wife. So I got to spend quality time with her, you know. That's my queen. That's my world. So I give her my attention at that time. Shosho said, hey peeps, y'all have a great trading day. You too, Shosho. Shosho is also a great guy. He's in the Discord as well. He's fairly new, if I'm not mistaken, but soaking up a lot of knowledge, makes good decisions. Great guy. Keda said, how would you anticipate a reversal? Because for my trading strategy, I'll be taking longs for a couple days and taking losses before the higher time frame turns bearish. Yeah, so for me, like, you know, I'm a scalper, right? So the way I anticipate reversals is just by looking at key zones. Right, so that's why every time you guys ask me to analyze a chart, you'll see me go out to like the 1 hour and the 4 hour and all that. Let me just move this, right, so that I can see where are the areas where price is most likely to reverse. Right, when I look at those areas, I look for other points of interest near it. So for example, up here, if there's a gap close to here, that's most likely the place that even if price goes above it, it might come back and tap that again and go back down. So that's basically how I approach reversals. And then as you guys are aware, once I get to my point of interest, I look for my famous pattern. Okay. Oops. Like that. And then take the retracement towards the upside. That's it. Keep it very simple. Okay. This trade right now has already hit like a 1-to-1 if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to mess this up. Oh gosh. You see, I knew it. Long story short. Let me see. Can I get it? There you go. So yeah, just, yeah, it hit a 1-to-1. So at this point, if I was in here and I wasn't too sure, I would be closing half my position just because it's 11 o'clock. I can't trust 11. There's a good chance it might go up because again, this would be the reversal for the day or the retracement. But I don't stick around too long to find out. Yesterday, for some reason, I couldn't think of the word stick around. I kept saying stick again. And everyone in the chat was like, bro, it's not stick again. Don't go around saying stick again, guys, stick again. You're not going to have friends. Yolomi's laughing. K-Dot said, that's a Nigerian pastor toad. Yo, Nigerian pastors, shout out to them, bro. All Africans in general, I had a teacher. So I had to go back to Africa for 3 years because my dad has businesses there. And I had this one teacher. He would just come and talk trash, bro. He'd come, he'd be like, he wouldn't even say good afternoon. He'd just come and be like, you people, you don't use your gumption. All of you, your brain is in the gutter. Your brain is in the toilet. You people, you see yourself in the future. You'll be cleaning the gutter. Like, bro, what do we do? Like, what do we do? Like, no good afternoon, no nothing. He just always tells us we don't use our gumption every day. And he would cuss us, bro. We had another one. Anyways, there's a lot of stories for those things. Marcus said, I like the video games, but your JPY is playing with me right now. Let's check it out. Yeah, you see, this is why I trade at specific times. The reason why I trade indices at 9:30 stuff, because all the volume will get you to your TP or your SL and you can just walk away. When you trade after those times, you get all this weird stuff because price is waiting for another session, another time where the banks will enter the market to do what they have to do. So it could be stressful. On that note, let's check on GBP CHF. Okay. So that's like also playing around. That's crazy, man. We'll see how this plays out. We shall see. All right. Yolomi said, I can't find the place to add symbols to favorites and limit orders on DX Trade. DX Trade? Oh, Jesus. Iman, control yourself. Okay. Just control yourself. All right. DX Trade. I don't like that platform at all. The other day, somebody messaged me, can you please assist me with setting stop loss orders? And I said, brother, I almost want to say you might be able to show me more than I can show you. That platform is horrific. I can't stand it. So maybe we can look into it together and see how it plays out. So Yolomi, give me just a second. Look at this nonsense that US 30 is doing. Deville said, LOL Marquez. Bama said, it's nice to have someone to watch trade while you trade, but isn't trying to sell you some BS. I like the stream. Bro, I appreciate that, man. I'm definitely not going to try and sell you nothing. I show everything because there's a lot of, new people who don't know how to trade or just want an idea. So I show you how I enter and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll take a trade and then go live and show you guys the position I'm in, and then we manage it live. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate that comment, Bama. Appreciate it a lot. Yolimi said, Africans are a special breed. With all our problems, we always have reasons to laugh. It's so true. It's so true. One thing with an African community, you're always gonna laugh. There's another joke I want to tell you guys in my but it's in my language, so it wouldn't really make sense in English. But Africans are just absolutely hilarious. When you're around them, you'll laugh. I heard an African guy one time say, like, he got into a fight with a guy, and the same thing I told you guys. He goes, "You think I'm a kid? I'm going to blow your nose away." He goes, "I'm gonna blow your nose away, or I'm gonna blow your nose off," or something like that. Bro, what the heck? Oh, that's crazy. Kata said, I just got stopped out by a pip again. LMAO. Yo, these markets be playing. So you see what's happening here? What did I say? Around that 11 o'clock mark, you're gonna get the move down. No biggie. If it loses, it loses. This was a paper trade, guys, not a live one, and I told you guys it's not a signal, don't enter, because there was a lot of reasons why this may not play out. But it could still play out. We don't know. But I told you 11 o'clock, the reason why I get out my trades before then is because this usually happens. But we will keep it open to see. Yolomi said, thank you. You're very welcome. If you're talking to me, Yolomi. If you're talking to someone else in the chat, Yolomi said, thank you. K-Dot, my stop loss was their liquidity. Hello, K-Dot. Yeah, Denville's laughing as well. Yeah, it's, I kind of hate when people say that. It's just so cheesy. Your stop loss is my entry or my take profit. Good for you, buddy. I find a lot of people who talk trash on the internet aren't actually very profitable or like doing well in their lives overall. Because if you are, you don't. There's a famous Bible verse that says it's not what goes inside of you that defiles you, it's what comes out. And there's another verse that says out of the overflow of the heart, or the multitude of the things in the heart, the mouth speaks. And so when people are saying things and doing things, it's because of what's inside of them. When you're a miserable person, you treat everybody with that same miserable energy. I don't care what anyone's doing. I make money in real life. Trading is not my main source of income. Everybody who's been on my streams knows this. I have businesses. I make money in other ways. And so if I see somebody winning, lose, it doesn't make no difference to me. But you have some people who want to put you down. Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, you're not that good. Somebody in fact, somebody on Marcus's channel one time came and said, oh, Marcus, clearly you're not profitable. If you're one of the most profitable traders, you would have a BMW by now. Really? Suppose Marcus doesn't like cars. What a stupid comment. And Marcus doesn't have to show you what he's driving. I have nice cars. I don't show them on YouTube. This is not the point of my channel. I'm not rich, right? Those of you who are on the live the other day, we were planning for my wife. We were trying to get her a Porsche. We're still looking into it. Went to go see one. She just drove it. It was nice, but the numbers were wonky, so we kind of walked away. But the whole point is like, we're not rich, but it's not about that. It's like, even if I were rich, you're gonna judge me by a BMW? What if it's a rental? Right? My cars are paid off, but suppose it's a rental. Then what? And if I did buy the BMW, would you like me then? What an absolutely moronic thing to say. So I think people are just miserable and just try to project that same energy. Jesus said it best. He said that we preach of what we know and testify of what we've seen. And there's another Bible verse, I can't remember, but it basically helps us to understand that you can't give what you don't have. So if I'm here trying to spread positivity, I couldn't give that to you if I wasn't positive myself. Or else that'd be called what? Being fake. So people in this world are weird, bro. That's why people ask, why aren't you on Twitter or on X? Have you been on X? Everybody there is so miserable. If you post, have a good day, someone's still going to tell you, shut the F up. Like, it doesn't matter what you do on X. Someone's going to hate your guts. Reddit is the same way. People just come there to bash and destroy. It's weird. I didn't grow up in circles like that. I don't like circles like that, so I just keep out of it. I'm a bit of a lone wolf myself anyways, but nothing to do with trading per se, but you guys get my point. Marcus said 100. Maybe the 11 a.m. thing will work in my favor with Euro JPY short. Yeah, maybe. Let's go check it out. Would you look at that? Euro JPY starting to tank at 11. So hopefully it goes in your favor. Yeah, I'd rather you win than this paper trade win, right? So that you can make some money. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Let me check on GBPCHF real quick. That's also starting to go down. So that's very interesting. We will see what happens with these two guys. Probably being here for like another 18, 15 minutes. K-Dot said, I used to know this algo trader who hated on ICT and flexed, but his trades were backtested results. Bro, the amount of like, and this is why like sometimes when you watch Marcus's channel, you see us do a little bit of like reaction. People think we're hating. We're not hating, but after you've been trading for a while, you can smell the horse manure from a mile away. That's just honest truth. There's a lot of things that if you're profitable, you just don't do. And when you've been trading for a while, you can kind of smell it. Like, you know, if I come and try and show you guys on here that I'm really profitable and I don't lose, it'll show up. All you have to do is scroll back a little bit. You can see some of my previous positions if they're on there. And even if, let's say, I clear them every morning just to prove to you guys, you know what's going to happen? Eventually, some event will put my skills to the test. For example, we're about to do a 30-day challenge. You see what I'm saying with Forex? If I win or lose, I don't care. It doesn't define me because I've never promoted myself as an amazing trader. I started this channel because I'm a newbie, in a sense, who just wants to document his journey. But let's say you guys have me in your eyes as a great trader. It wouldn't bother me because I understand trading. Like, look, that's why I'm taking this paper trade live. It's paper trade, but is it still not my strategy? So if this trade loses, does it not affect the way my strategy is seen? I do not care. I'm going to make money with this. I'll take this trade again. At some point, it'll win. That's just life. And so I say all this to say that there's a lot of people out here who flex and do all these stupid things. Want to know why? They need your money. They need your money. That's the bottom line. You see these commercials. People come on there. I'm going to show you how my client this week made $3,000. And you're here in front of me selling me this. Why? So even like, I'll give you an example with the bot. Marcus and I discussed heavily if we want to release it because we're still like testing. I have developers. I'm supposed to hear back from him tomorrow, the 23rd of August. So God willing, if everything goes through, it'll be the final phase. I'll do one more test run, and then I'm literally contemplating if I should release it, because this bot in like a week, I almost 4x my money. I could start a firm with that. I could start a company with that. I could, manage portfolios with that. So, but the demand is high. People want the bot. So I don't know. I'm really seriously debating on it, because when you have something that's of value, you don't want to give it out for free or for a cheap amount. But we're also I also understand we're also in a generation where people do share some of the stuff that does work. I mean, it's not everybody who's a fake. There's a lot of people who are selling stuff that actually works, actually helps. It's things that they used to become profitable. So it is what it is. I just didn't grow up in that era, so it's weird for me. But me and Marcus are talking about it. We'll see how it goes. If the bot ends up being a piece of trash, I won't sell it. Point blank cleared. The Bible says a good name is better than riches. I'm not going to come out here and, cash grab. Maybe I'll sell like 10, 20 units or whatever. Let's say I sell them $100 a pop. 100 people buy it. I'll make $1,000. No, not even. I'll make 10K. Great. But now what is everybody saying? Your bot sucks. Then I have to run promotions saying, guys, it's on sale. It's a discount. And then make fake testimonials. What a life to live. I have way too much going on. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say something else. It's a bit too personal. But long story short, I don't need it. So people do those things for real. It's crazy. K-Dot said, I'm just saying, if I had a M3, I'm definitely showing that off. Yeah, look, when I was young, I used to show off my cars a little bit more. But as you get older, things change your perspective. And plus, when you get used to it too, it just becomes another day in the office type of thing. Right? When I get in my cars and stuff, or I bought my wife, excuse me, I bought her a Mercedes last year. It was a CLA. Nice car, brown interior, all the specs, bells and whistles, all that stuff. And then this year she was like, oh, she wants an SUV and she wants red seats. So we went to go look at a Porsche with a Porsche Macan Turbo with red seats. Very nice car. And but we have to obviously be financially responsible. I was debating, because we're so far apart on the numbers, but it was like one of the few out there at that price point. So I was debating on if I should just throw a large down payment on there. But we talked about it and we were like, maybe we can find something a little bit better still. So we're still looking into it. If not, we'll see what happens. But yeah, with the car thing, sorry, I'm rambling. With the car thing, it really depends. Like when it's your first time, like when I got my very first BMW, this was years ago, I felt like I was in a private jet. You know what I mean? So you walk a little different, you talk a little different, because it kind of, your swagger takes a little bit of a spike, right? And you start to change a little bit, but eventually you'll get used to it, right? You get a lot of people asking you, what do you do, and all that stuff. It happens. And there's nothing wrong with showing what there's a difference between egotistical, being pompous, and then what they call a subtle flex. If I happen to see your pictures, your profile pictures, whatever, and your car is in there, fine. If you primarily take pictures of your car because you love your car, you're proud of it, fine. But if you come throwing cash at me and, trying to make it a point that you're balling and all that stuff, I think you're deep down inside, you're a loser, to be quite honest. I just don't see anybody who has any self-esteem doing things like that. Because that's seeking validation or trying to put someone else down as a result of making yourself feel good. It's not necessary when you got some stuff going on. The reason why Marcus, people think Marcus is very chill. He's already seen millions before. Just doesn't talk about it. He has no need to prove anything to nobody. When people are actually seeing money, actually doing stuff, they don't have that type of attitude. It's just weird. It's just, as people say, it's kind of compensated for something. Everybody's different. And I'm not saying this to crap all over K-Dot at all. For sure, when you get a nice car, you're proud of yourself, you want to post pictures, have your time. Like I said, there's a difference between being proud of what you've done, what you've achieved, and trying to make other people feel like crap. So yeah, if you get an M3, bro, please post it here. I want to see it first, or at least in the Discord. Sammy said, greetings family, welcome. Sammy, welcome back to the family, welcome back to the live, welcome back to the chat. Kidda said, yeah, these people don't have sense. I agree 1,000%. They're just weirdos. This is about to get stopped out, by the way, so we'll see it in real time. I had to hop off Twitter too toxic. Yeah, they're crazy over there, man. It's not necessary. People are like, oh, you would grow in what way? You think I want 100,000 people always come at me every day? I don't need it. I don't make any money from you. I remember when I started this one business. All right, guys, we got liquidated. So trade hit a 1-to-1, not the best, but at least we got a little bit of retracement, right? And you guys can kind of see a setup in real time. I started this one business. I scaled it up to about 12K a month at one point. And people are like, why don't you promote on Instagram? I'm like, because I don't make money on Instagram. All my clients are like word of mouth in real time. They come and pay. I'm good. I don't need it. If it's something that I need to promote my business, fine. But I didn't need it at the time. I don't need Twitter. There's no benefit of it for me. If I want to grow, I'm gonna grow doing things like this, being showing people how I am, sharing my journey, being as good of a person as I can be in the community and the right people. There's in life, you always want to go for quality over quantity. I can do things and grow my channel to 10K in, let's say, a month, but I probably wouldn't be able to look at myself in the mirror. That's not the life I want to live. Yolomi said, "Oh, I see. You must click on plus sign on the price on the y-axis to find penny orders." Oh yeah, we were supposed to check that out. Yolomi, since you're already on that, let us know how it goes, because I gotta hop off soon, and DX just stresses me out. But I do gotta look into it at some point for sure. K Dot said, "Oddcat is moving amazingly. Let's check it out. Let's check your JPY as well." Oh wow, look, you guys, this is about to hit. Where are we at with this? This is a 1 to 2. Why are these two skewed like that? Oh, because we said that if price gets to at least a 1 to 2. Okay, cool. Let's look at AUD CAD real quick. Yeah, so it's kind of people call this retail, but I mean, we had this mini consolidation. Some people say it's a channel, no problem, and price is broken down there. We also had price coming down from this angle. We set a reminder to come up to that level. I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, price is moving fairly well on AUD. Oddcat, I guess. All right, so first TP hit on here, if we had entered here, which in this case we have. Wait, did I only enter one position there? Did I not enter a second one here, guys? Or did the sell limit not get activated? Or did it never come back? Bro, I'm confused. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's it. Do you reckon it's hitting 091228? Okay, let's see. This, I'm assuming he's talking about OddCAD. Yeah, 091228. So 0912. Oh. 1228. So like right here. There. All right, so he's asking, let's take a look at the higher time frame. Is there a chance? Yeah, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. You have to take into consideration this though. Price has been responding a certain way to this level. So it might just be like, it might still act a certain way. It's not a support or resistance, but I'm just going to use this. It might still act a certain way around here. We're already getting wicks. If candles keep closing like this, we might be towards the upside. But at the very least, you might get a spike down there at least before you go back up. Even, it may not be like a full retracement, but you know what I mean? Like before it at least moves up for the short term. So yeah, I think it might hit that for sure. For sure. Yeah, coming back to here. And then Kida said, how was the bot made? Not going to give details on that just yet, guys. I've kind of given a bit of details on this already, but for now, I'm just going to keep it under wraps for now. We will do more explanations, obviously, if we plan to sell it or release it or whatnot. People keep asking. I'm like, it's going to be available soon because that is the plan. I have to make it in such a way that it can be also used commercially, right? Like where people can buy it off the shelf type of thing and use it. So there's a lot of things to put into it. Bama said exactly. They either can't trade or don't, but they want you to pay them to teach you. If people come to me and say, hey, teach me to trade, and there's a good amount of people, because of my time, I will have to charge something, right? This is the reason why I said the only thing I would charge people for is one-on-ones. If you ask me, I'm not an expert, but if you say for some reason, hey, I want you to have a one-on-one session with me, teach me what you know, I will have to charge for that because it eats into my time that I'm taking away from my business and my other stuff that makes me money. So I would have to charge for that. So I'm not opposed to charging for that. But it's when you're like, right, like right off the onset, you know what I mean? You become profitable. Now you want to sell a course. You become profitable. Now you want people to pay you to trade. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. So that's my position on that for sure. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. I personally would, I wouldn't do it. You know, let me say Marcus is so humble. Yeah, Marcus is very humble. People don't know that. They think he's like a straight savage because when he's on there, right, he'll be like, oh, look at this guy, you know, and he will like be laughing and stuff. But he's a very kind-hearted soul, like the most selfless person I know on YouTube right now, and in person as well. He's like one of the most selfless people I've ever met. So he's a great person. Someone said, "Let me facts." Cannibal Man said, "Big money on them shorts. I'm going for a cuddle now with my profits." You and your cuddling, bro. This guy loves to cuddle his profits. He takes his partials, he cuddles his profits, and then he's out. Yeah, this short that we took, I didn't take it in real life, but I'm trying to practice for when we do the challenge, the Forex challenge that we're going to be trading for 30 days, or at least 30 days. I'm trying to practice what my setups will look. Because people ask me all the time, do you think your strategy would work on Forex? And this is kind of proof that it would work to some degree. Find a good spot, look for your setup. You know what I mean? We haven't hit TP all the way yet, but at least this one has hit a 1 to 2. And this one here, I think, is hovering at a 1 to... Yeah, there you go. We've at least hit a 1 to 1 on there. So, I mean, at this point, you can close half, move your stops to break even. For sure. You know what I mean? Bama said, I meant ICT types. I've never seen him take a winning trade. Listen, when you... I had this conversation with Marcus. When you talk about ICT... You've got to be ready for all his, I don't know what to call them. I have never seen people defend a grown man so much. You couldn't catch me cheerleading for a grown man like that. That's insane to me. That's wild to me. But anyways, I think the problem with these ICT people is they can't differentiate. They can't seem to separate the person and the concepts. We don't talk about his concepts because I use fair value gaps. It's the only thing I use from ICT, but it works. So I can't destroy or crap all over his concepts. But him as a person, which I have no personal issue with, when people say stuff like, in the past he's been exposed, it's a fact. The second you say, I remember one video I said, ICT concepts didn't really work for me. Everyone's like, you're just an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. You're dumb. It's the user. I'm like, all right, cool. But is it, what is causing you to be so triggered? It's because these people have put their faith in him as a person. He's their hero. He's their idol. If he falls or he gets scarred, it hurts their idea. It's we did another video. When you talk about these other gurus, because people have so much faith in them, it hurts them. If you see people trading like $1 to 50,000 and stuff like that, people believe a lot of times those things are real without seeing any proof. And what happens is that some of these people, no disrespect, I'm an African myself, they come from some countries where there's not a lot of money there. So their hope is that one day they can also turn $1 into 10K. So when you destroy the person who's perpetrating or propelling that lie, you destroy their dreams of what is possible. So they hate you for it. It strikes a nerve because they hope that they can turn $1 into 10K. That's highly unlikely. It's literally impossible in almost every broker except that one broker that apparently some people say has unlimited leverage. Fine. How sustainable is that? How possible? I heard somebody say we do this stuff every day, and yet you're here on YouTube. If I'm flipping this stuff every day, I'm not bothered with YouTube. I come on YouTube because I just want to document my journey. I thought it would be fun. And in the morning, it helps me with my trading. When I'm trading, I've been trading for almost 4 years by myself. I don't talk to nobody. I'm not no groups, no forums, no nothing. Just came on here. I thought it'd be cool to do. And now it's turning into a community. But the reason why you guys don't see me rushing my trades and stuff like that and in real life and on these challenges, because I don't need the money. I would like to grow my money through trading, and I've made some money through trading. I've been funded. I've gotten some profits and withdrawals and stuff, but I'm patient because I'm not dying. I'm not starving. My wife and I make good money. Okay, so we have literally about 4 businesses, and they're all profitable, and they all make a good amount every. So I'm not dying. But these guys, I think it's they're so in love with ICT because he represents their dreams. There's this ideology that you'll be able to learn the algorithm of the market and make like hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I think that's why. I think people they fall in love with the person, right? And they can't separate the person from the concepts, or they have so much cognitive dissonance, or they have so much bias that they can't even see when someone does something wrong. That's weird to me. I mean, I'll never follow the next man so blindly, but everybody is different. When I used to do systematic trading, overfitting was almost a problem. When you say overfitting, can you explain what that means, K-Dot? Bama said, or they run 150 pip stops and call it a win after a 10. That's the worst thing. When people have... let me show you guys what Bama's talking about. Stop loss is from here. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, gosh, I knew it. Stop loss is... Okay, there we go. Wow. Bro, I can't... Come on, just right there. Good. Stop loss is from here to thy kingdom come. When they get like literally somewhere here, they're like, all right, guys, TP1 hit. Then over here, the next one is like, here, TP2 hit, guys. And then finally TP3 is like the real take profit. And because people are new, they can't tell the difference. That's not, man, that's weird. The internet is just weird. Obama said, high stance. Kendall Momentum said, I can't trade. Bro, listen, ICT is, I will tell you one thing. You have to look at things for what they are. Okay, if I come on here and I lose 100 trades and then tell you I am a good trader, may be true, but it's going to be hard to prove. I mean, what you're seeing is 100 losses. You see what I'm saying? ICT, from what we've seen on lives, can't trade. Every trade I've taken on here, and because he shows demo trades only, I've been doing a lot of, I've taken only, I think, 2 live trades on here that were from my personal account. The other trades are all paper trades, but you can see how they're performing. I don't know what to say about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody says you're not going to lose. I'm not perfect by any stretch. I'm a profitable trader, but not the best, not even close to the best. But if you're profitable, you're profitable. If your strategy works, it works. To be taking like 8, 9 L's, first off, does that not say something as well? Like, imagine I lost this trade and then got in again, then lost, then got in again, then lost, then got in again. That's over trading. 2 trades max. You're out. You see how this US 30 trade didn't play out? We're cool. We're out. That's the end of the day. That's it. Tomorrow's another day to trade. Okay? I got stopped out on Euro JPY. And I said, okay, since I got stopped out on that, I'm not going to enter this one. But GBP CHF was still looking good. I entered on that one. And the only reason why I still re-enter these trades is because they're paper trades. In real life, I took 2 positions. They lost. I'm done for the day. That's it. I don't care that I got manipulated and price ended up going my direction. I lost. You have to be disciplined or else you can't become profitable. They are attached because if they trade ICT, then ICT are connected. To bash ITC would to bash the trade who trades ICT. Yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Nobody actually hates, I don't think anybody hates ICT, but there are people in the world who are grown adults who see stuff and say, okay, let's be a little honest here. That's not true or that's not right. Right? You remember in the beginning when they were saying like, he was saying he got kidnapped by some guy named Sambalat and Tobias or something like that. And, you know, then they taught him the algorithm. And I was born at night, but not last night. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Why would they choose you to kidnap you? And why would they show you the algorithm? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And if you know the algorithm, you probably couldn't share it because the government would be on your behind. If there was one central algorithm that the market uses, that would be considered proprietary information. Okay, let me pull up the definition for you guys, just in case some of you, I can explain it, but proprietary. Watch this. Just so you guys can get the trend this time. Watch this. Relating to, bro, what are you doing? You're gonna embarrass me on live? Okay. Relating to an owner or the ownership, the company has a proprietary right to the property. In other words, this thing is literally unique to the company, belongs to the company, licensed by the company. It's all the rights, intellectual rights, it all belongs to the company. If I go and share something that's proprietary to a company, they're going to sue me to the Stone Age and I'll be liable for all the damages and legal fees because I'm stealing something that is not mine. I have no right to. It's like trade secrets. You think you can go around sharing, let's say, some of the trade secrets of McDonald's or KFC? Some people say they expose it online, no problem. If KFC wanted to come after you, they would win because those things are patented and trademarked. And they belong, they're proprietary things to, you know what I mean? If you go and leak Apple's like models and stuff, not the models of what's coming, I mean like, you know, some of the schematics and stuff like that, and it's proprietary, they can really rip you. Okay, so if there was an algorithm and you're out here talking about it, oh no, yeah, you'd get a visit for sure. If it's one thing we know about the government, not to be conspiracy theorists, if you are on the wrong side of them, you gonna get caught. Okay, if you mess with the things that make them money, they're gonna pay you a visit. You see what I'm saying? So just my 2 cents. All right, again, I have nothing personal against ICT. If I see nonsense, I call it for what it is. Shosho said, thanks, bro. I'm gonna start trading on a small 5K account on the 5%ers or fivers. Had a 100K valuation account on Crypto Fund Trader, which they closed claiming drawdown breach. Yeah, Marcus did a video on them. Apparently they have been doing some shady stuff as well, so sorry for that. But yeah, join us with the 5K account. We're gonna be trading live every day. I'm glad you're here. K-Dot said the only algos I made that don't have the issues were profitable but couldn't even beat S&P 500, and that was without spreads and commissions. There you go. I mean, you guys, we can go on this all day. You see what I'm saying? Level-headed people understand. They say, you know that saying of like real eyes realize real lies. Okay, let me just type it out so that in case it just sounds kind of wonky, right? Real eyes realize real lies. Okay, when you're grown enough, experienced enough, you're in something enough, you can tell when something is not legitimate. It's as simple as that. Bama was laughing. K-Dot said, trade was at 7R and it's reversing. I'm too greedy. Bro, yeah, you gotta close, bro. At least close some profits. I always go for 1 to 2. After that, I let the rest run to a certain point. If I get to a point and I see things are starting to reverse, act weird, I close the trade. Candle momentum trying to professionalize a simple situation. This market is saturated with complicated methods. Simplicity makes money. Candle just spoke the truth. You guys, for those of you who are new, I found out the best traders have like 2 to 3 things that they look for in their strategy. It comes down to like 2 to 3 things. That's it. When you have like 5 to 10, 15 different things, this is why I said earlier, ICT made things worse for me. Because not him, the concepts. Because could be me, no problem. There was a lot going on. There was liquidity. There was daily high, daily bias, point of 3, market structure, shift of market structure, change of character. There was imbalance. There was inversion gaps, fair value gaps. There was something called SIBIs and BISIs or whatever, which is like buy inefficiency, sell side liquidity. I can't remember what there was a lot of terms. Then there was different models. You know, there was a 2022 model. There was the, I think, power of 3 model. There is the silver bullet. There's a lot. And so it can become information overload. Can they still make you profitable? Yes. But I found once I got rid of, is this a change of character? Is this a market structure shift? Is this a liquidity area? Liquidity is something also that really made my life miserable, because there's a lot of areas where, yes, liquidity is sitting there and you would expect price to take liquidity and go up the other way, and it doesn't. Could be based on market direction, could be based on time and all that stuff, but it didn't help me. I got rid of it. Once I limited my strategy to 3 things, I became profitable. Market trend. I say this every day, guys. Market direction, point of interest, some sort of signal or candlestick pattern, head and shoulders, engulfing candle, morning star, evening star, whatever, any pattern you find, you know what I mean, that works for you. Once you see it, you enter your trade. Risk management is what's going to keep you profitable. If I risk 1 for 2 every single time, I just got to be right. Not even 50%, even 40%, I'll still do well. Okay, I'll still be profitable. So that's really what it comes down to. Marcus Adrian said, I'm out of Euro JPY. Nice, brother. Nice. I can see why you're out, by the way. Especially at this time of the day, it's just best to kind of take your profits and walk away. I wouldn't want to be sitting here. Oh, I'm way past my time, guys. Oh, gosh, I got a lot to do later on. Let me say, hey, I love ICT. Like everyone, he has a beautiful side. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I've seen some words of inspiration from him that were pretty cool and stuff as well. And again, Yolomi, please don't fall for the trap. We don't have a problem with the with the concepts, and we don't have a personal problem with him. We're just saying there are some things that have come up in the past. So I'll give you an example, Yolomi. Everybody has a beautiful side, sure, but it also doesn't excuse some of the things that people do. Somebody asked me the other day on my channel, why do you say that Trading Geek is a fraud? Because I did a channel video with Marcus where Marcus like exposed it. I reacted with him, and then we were like, yeah, that's wrong, because another YouTuber exposed him. And this is what happened. The Trading Geek was copying people's concepts, people's video, I mean, word for word. So if I did a video saying, hey guys, today I'm going to show you this trading strategy. When you watch this video, he does it the same way. He uses the same examples. He does everything. And then he would say it's his. And then he would sell a course on it and sell, products based on something he did not create. That's theft. Maybe the Trading Geek has changed his life. Maybe he's repented of his sins. He's a great person now. It doesn't excuse the fact that he did that. And if he's continued to do it, then that's terrible. So with ICT, I haven't kept up with him in a while. Don't know what he's doing. I'm talking about some of the stuff he did and some of the stuff I heard. One of the things that came up recently was the Robbins Cup. The reason why I don't talk about ICT because it's such a triggering, polarizing topic. And I don't have enough in me to go and debate all these people about him because I don't care enough. He's a grown man. And my thing comes down to whether ICT is making money by teaching only or trading only. He's making money. And if you have any sense in your own head, you'll worry about making your own money. You won't care about what the next man is doing. That's why I don't talk about him. But just to come back to the whole thing, it's like there are some things that have come out recently. He said he was going to win the Robbins Cup, right? And people were like, okay, he said he was going to win the Robbins Cup. Now he's not even on the leaderboard. Some people are like, ICT can still do it. He's an amazing trader. He can still come back. And other people are like, he won't. Is it wrong to say that based on how far ahead everybody else is, And based on where he's at, there's a good chance he won't make it. People think you're hating when you say that. Not to mention, he himself came and said, hey guys, I've been sick, couldn't trade. Another time he had something else going on. Sure, things happen in our lives, but it doesn't excuse the fact that you made a bold claim and are not living up to it. I didn't tell you to say those things, you did. And so these are the things that when you talk about people think you hate the person. It's not that. You put a statement out there, people judged it. And okay, let me give you guys an example before I kind of hop off here. Do you know how many people have messaged me cursing me out? F you, you're being paid by the Forex funder. They think I'm being paid by that company. I don't even know where they get that from. But I put myself out there. I put my research, what I found, and people have a difference of opinion. Yesterday, I think Mozart was in here. Oh, Mozart just got in here. He'll tell you. Mozart was like, the life is getting spicy, because yesterday a guy kind of, I wouldn't say came at me. He just had a difference of opinion. And it got a little spicy in terms of like entertainment, right? So he was going back and forth with me. No, you're wrong. I'm like, no, I'm not wrong. Or this is what I'm saying. And it went back and forth. But he has every right to say that he doesn't agree with what I said. This is life. Doesn't mean he hates me. No, he stuck around for the rest of the live and we ended up chopping it up. He might have even joined the Discord. I don't know. But people just, again, when you attack their hero, they come for you because there's emotional investment in the person. Because if you insult, let me give you another example. Who can I use? I mean, I didn't really learn from. I've watched a lot of people, but let me just say, if you went and insulted, okay, we'll use Marcus. Marcus is a friend. If you insult Marcus, okay, I would look at what you're saying from a logical level. If you came out here and said, hey, Marcus is, the other day someone came in the chat and said, oh, Marcus started this group and then he didn't, then he left us and took our money, whatever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to ask Marcus about it. And if I asked Marcus and Marcus said, yeah, I did that, I would say, okay, Marcus is horrible for that. When I asked Marcus, he said, bro, set up this thing, had a guy program it, because I didn't know how to program it. He ended up taking the money and left. He locked me out of the account, and so I had to tell everybody, we're trying to get your refunds back and whatever, and that's what happened. And he clarified. If Marcus had done something wrong, I'd be like, yeah, that's scummy, that's slimy. Marcus is my friend, but I'm not going to blindly, support him just because life shouldn't be like that. We should be able to be honest with each other. So I'm saying all this to say that for some reason, other people just can't take criticism of it's the same thing with, I'm Canadian, so I'm not a Trump or Biden person, but it's the same thing that I see in the US. You mentioned Trump. It even happened here. If you're in a room, you mention Trump, everybody hates your guts. Why can't you just hear the other person out and then disagree with their policies? So I don't even get into politics. So it's just weird. I think people just invest too much into a person. Trump is a man. Biden's a man. They will both fail you. The only person who will have your back all day, every day is God, Jesus specifically. Okay, those are my beliefs. This is what I've lived by, and it's helped me, and I've been able to get here. So I'm saying all this to say, guys, don't put your trust in a man. And these people who are so head over heels over ICT, it's weird to me. I don't get it. Okay. Making it complicated always leads to overfitting. I see what you're saying now. Got you. Surprised you didn't use the headbutting chicken analogy again. Yeah, so for those of you guys who are new or haven't heard me say it before, I talk about how as long as you trade what you trade, that's all that matters to me. There are people, I've seen somebody in a video trade a bat. And I always say, if you see two chickens on your chart headbutting the hell out of each other, trade that. If that's your strategy and it works for you and you're profitable, keep trading the chickens. Every time they headbutt, sell. Every time they headbutt, buy. Do what works for you. Don't follow a next man blindly. You have to, at the end of the day, as a trader, it's your job to prove that these systems work and then put some money behind it, because this is a business. So shout out K-Dot for that reference. Iman Trading is basically a bounty hunter for traders. Yeah, he's like the CoffeeZilla of our trading group. Him and Marcus are kind of like both going at it for that spot. Guys, look, we might hit TP on your JPY in terms of our initial position. I don't know what's going on in JBP CHF. Either way, I'm going to update the chat because I did yesterday. We took 2 trades yesterday. We had this one. Where is it at? We had this one yesterday, hit TP on NAS. And then we had this one that we took before that. Oops. We had this one that we took before that, which was this here. On GBP CHF, 1 to 4. Nice trade. Looks like we're going to have the same situation over here as well. So I'll update everybody in the Discord. FC Mozart said, I trade the raccoon strategy and I'm profitable. LOL. See a raccoon pattern, I buy or sell. You guys, it's an inside joke. If you're here and you're new, it's an inside joke, all right? We trade elephants, ostriches, raccoons. The other day we traded a kangaroo and it was fire. Everything was just going up and down. So Trade what you trade, guys. With that being said, K-Dot's a hit 9R. Beautiful. Shout out to you, K-Dot. Shosho said, in one of the other vids, you said you used RockFX with stuck with you, or do you still use something he teaches? Oh, I mentioned in Marcus's video that when I was new, I used to watch RockFX. Here's the thing. Everybody I used to watch in the beginning, I no longer watch because of one of two things. Either their concepts or their trading style didn't fit me, or I just kind of like outgrew them. I'll give you an example. RockFX, I don't even remember what he used to teach. I used to watch him a little bit. He would explain stuff. It wasn't resonating with me. I switched. I watched. Listen, do you guys know who? Let me pull this up again. You guys have to know this guy. If you type in free trading course. Gosh, look how I spell course. So bad. Caress. Sheesh. Free trading course. Watch this. This guy should pop up. Is it Adam Wu? Adam Wu? What's his name? You should see him. Back in the day, when you type in free trading course or a trading course or how to trade, he's like the first person that shows up. And now you can't even find him. How crazy is that? Okay, let me see. How to trade. To trade course. Maybe that will help. All the new videos are like outranking him, it seems like. What's his name? Is it Adam? You know what? I think this is his name. Adam Cool? Yeah, I think that's him. There you go. That's him. So his first video, let me see if I can find the video on here. All right, so online professional trading course and stuff. So he had all these like free videos, and he's where I started. My first video ever was with this guy. I watched all his stuff. He explained what a pip was. He explained how to, what his risk reward. He takes 1 to 1.5. At that time, I'm like, what the heck? If you're a profitable trader, why aren't you taking like a 1 to 10? Didn't understand it. Then the next trade, I'll tell you guys this. The next person I came across was this ATS. I think, is it AST or ATS trading? We'll see. Yeah, ATS. They have this video that is like millions of views. Let me just go on here real quick.
There is a total of...
Yeah, I know. All right, let me see. Let's go to popular. It should be one of his. This. Okay? So he explained in this video right here about the market. You see what I was telling you guys about the market phases, about the contraction, the expansion, and the profit taking and stuff? I got that from here. I learned this and it changed the way I saw the market. Okay? After him, I ran into... Let me show you who I ran into. I ran into this guy. Jeremy. Okay? Jeremy made trading very attractive. Okay? He would trade. He'd be like, what's going on, family? Today, I'm going to show you how I made $50 a day. That's all you need. $50 a day, you could quit your job. I'm like, yeah, buddy, preach, right? And then he also believes in God. So it was, what's the word? It was appealing. The English is coming. It was appealing to me. So I start to watch him. There's one video he made. He deleted it because it had criticism. He had this strategy called it might still be on there, the one candlestick strategy. And this is what he was doing. I'll show you guys. So he would say, he would go to the daily, and let me use another pair that's, yeah, good. He would go to the daily, okay? He would start his day. If when he gets to the chart, the daily candle is red, he would just start selling. He's like, it's just that easy. And if the candle was blue, he would start buying. What happened was a lot of people followed that, got wrecked, including myself, because you have no context. Right now, you could start selling here, price might retrace. Some days you might win, right? So that didn't work out very well for him. But I used to watch him. But the thing that I found with him, and again, I have no problem with any of these people. There was something about like learning from him. It was more entertaining than it was actually like substance for me. Because his strategies, like I said earlier, didn't work for me. He had something called the NBA strategy. Right? It's like his most famous strategy. And what he would basically do is this. He would have 3 EMAs on the chart. Okay? I'm good. You guys are just going to have to bear with me here. I apologize. I'm going to draw something so gross. It's going to be so bad because my drawing skills are terrible. But he would have basically something like this. So let's say there was an EMA going like this. This is green. The EMA is going like this. He would have 150, 120, and like 100, something like that, or 110, 115. Then you'd have another EMA. Oops. Let me draw another one then. Let me do this again. Yeah. Okay. So then you would have another one kind of like that. Okay. And this we can change to, let's say, red. Then he'd have another EMA that is like this. And basically, the strategy was the second, and it was blue, the second all three of these cross, okay, you would enter a buy. And he would use the RSI, right? So he'd have the RSI at the bottom, and he'd set the RSI to like 80 and 20. 20 being oversold, 80 being, or 85 or something like that being, 20 being overbought, 80 being oversold, something along that lines. And he would just buy. And so he had that strategy, and it kind of worked a little bit. Didn't do great for me at all. It was a terrible strategy for me. Again, maybe I suck at implementing these strategies. So eventually I got, rid of him in a sense. And then after I came across him, obviously I've seen somebody, I think somebody mentioned the trading channel. Of course. I watched one of this guy's videos. Even though I was new, I just knew I'm not learning nothing from this guy. I don't know what it was. I could just smell it, like I'm not going to learn anything from him. Didn't watch him for long. I watched another guy. There's another guy. He's, gosh. Is his name Ryan? Ryan Trades? Let me just type in Ryan Trades. Let me see what comes up. There's this other guy. Shoot, I forget his name. But I watched one time as well. So eventually, after Jeremy and all these people, I came across, who was it that really started to change things for me? There's one more person before I get to. I remember seeing, this guy, FX Daniel Savage or whatever. I remember him. So this is the problem. And Mamba. How could I forget Mamba? Mamba was one of the OGs. So him and Jeremy used to get me hyped, okay? And then I came across FX Daniel Savage or across Mamba because of one of these guys. I remember him. Here's the problem I have with Mamba, FX, not Jeremy per se, but those two. They show you a bit of trades, but most of it was lifestyle. Yeah, the Chinese guy. Yeah. You let me know. I couldn't say it because it's not politically correct. So I'm like, I can't say that. But anyway, so I came across Mamba, and I remember when I watch these guys' videos, I'm inspired. Oh, and these guys. I know you guys know about this. You guys have to know about this, bro. Oh my gosh. Him, PMG. This guy made me think I was going to be a millionaire in the first year of trading Forex. I remember he was like, guys, man, I'm showing you right now, when you come and you learn how to trade the Forex, I'm telling you, you're going to make a lot of money, man. Look, I just withdraw these brothers every day, and I'm using the Ichimoku cloud, and the Ichimoku cloud is all you need in your life. And that's all he'd be preaching every day. Yo, shout out to PMG though, bro. They got me hyped in the day. And then obviously one of the OGs in the game, Mr. Quillian Black himself. Q was inspirational to me for one reason. If you notice, you don't see this guy trade a lot, but when he does, his numbers are just like that. He made me go like, God. In fact, it's because of his trade. I'll show you the video that made me start trading US 30. Shout out to Q for this, okay? People also have their reservations about him. They're like, this guy's a lot of stuff. This video right here, I made 176 Forex trade breakdown. US 30, I think he was in, or Nas. He went ballistic with that trade, and I was like, nah, bro, I gotta learn how to trade that. So all right, so we got Q, we got Mamba. Please, YouTube algorithm, if you can hear me, don't recommend these guys to me. I'm just showing my people, okay? I don't want to start seeing this stuff on my feed. But Mamba, back in the day, before what he was doing now, he would have all this. I mean, let's go back to his. Oh, and there's another guy. There's another guy we can't forget about this. Let me go to some of his old videos. But around 4 years ago, there you go. So I used to see a lot of his stuff here. I remember his thumbnails being like that and be like, yo, this guy's caking, right? And you can't forget the infamous Swaggy C, baby, from TV guy to day trader guy, right? So I saw all these guys when I was trading. And what I realized is that I wasn't learning anything from any of them because they showed more lifestyle than trading. It was always, guys, so straight be like, all right, guys, so I'm going to show you guys right now, real quick. You can see in the trading market, I can show you right now. Yo, I made 13,000 on this trade, and I was up here. And he'll do a little analysis, and then he'd be like, or sometimes he'll be shooting basketball, doing something different, talking about his life, and be like, you guys just gotta lock in. You guys just gotta focus, right? Because I think he has veneers or something, so he kind of talks with the lisp. And he would do this stuff, and it was great, but I learned nothing from Swag at all. Nothing to these guys at all. I have no issues with them, but I'm just saying, like, my trading journey, that's how it started. Eventually, Big Brother Swaggy. Oh man, I missed a lot of these chats. Let me see what I missed over here. The trading channel, people just make random names and call it a strat. Facts. Trading channel is what I saw first. There you go. MentFX. I came across MentFX. I watched one video. I'm like, no, cool. There's some, I don't know what it is. I come across some of these guys and I just know that it's not going to work for me. Nothing to say their strategy doesn't work or they can't trade. It's just, this is why I tell you guys, trading is about your personality. You're going to resonate with certain things over others. I obviously tried ICT. Couldn't get over the ranting. Because one moment ICT is like, yeah, so once you break this high, right here is when the algorithm is going to start to spool. Then he would be like, but the rest of you bastards, I'm going to catch you guys and you're stealing my content. I'm like, holy smokes, bro, right? So he would just go off. And then for the next 20 minutes, he's cursing all his enemies. Bro, ICT is like, this goes to being a Nigerian. You know, Nigerians, bro, they don't play with this stuff. Like, you mess up with a Nigerian, you don't want to see how they pray. Oh, my enemies die by fire. You know, like, they don't play. I remember, okay, I'm off topic a little bit. I just want to share this with you guys one time. There was a building. This was like in Toronto. There's a Nigerian guy. He went to go do his groceries. He unloaded his car in the front lobby and then put the groceries by the elevator. When he came back, someone stole his groceries. He wrote a note on a piece of paper, taped it to the elevator that said, "This is a generational curse for the person who took my groceries." He said, "Your children will never see their own children. You'll walk backwards for the rest of your life. Sorrow shall be your portion." Bro, the list was so long full of curses. In an hour, he came back, his groceries were there. Don't mess with I keep telling you guys, don't mess with Africans, bro. They will have you walking backwards for the rest of your life, for real. Back to Sunday. There you go. Yeah. So there's MentFX. You could smell that BS without any knowledge of the markets. Absolutely. The Chinese guy, Rainer. Oh yeah, Rainer. That's what his name. Mama got me in the stress with this stress washer. MentFX is too good at the game. Yo, he is an OG. He's an excellent marketer. At one point, back in the days, he was charging $40 a month for his signals, right? And he had 10K people paying for that. Do the math, people. 40 times 10,000 is 400K a month. So that's like he was buying cars every week. Not saying he doesn't trade for real, but you're making that kind of money. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard not to. Shows the moment they start showing off Lambos, I click off. Yeah, not everybody appeals to that at all. Big Brother Swaggy, back to Senda. I love his ICT rants. Yeah, I know his rants he just goes
I didn't
off,
know,
bro. He just goes off. Like one moment he's just cool, calm, collected. He's showing you some good stuff. Then he's like, but yeah, don't try and steal my stuff. You don't want to steal my stuff? I'll find you. Right, and you're like, okay, bro, this is turning into like, it's going from like a tape reading or like a trade thing to like almost like a thread or whatever. So I came across all these different guys. Here's one of the guys that really helped me to be more based in trading. His name is NTG Academy. This guy, I used to watch him trade. He still trades till this day. He's an excellent trader in my opinion. He trades retail, triangles, and flags, okay? This guy, the reason why he started his channel is he was trading. He started to become a little bit consistent. A friend of his was like, bro, I noticed that you're killing it. Can you show me? So he made some videos and put it on YouTube so his friend can watch. He said a couple months later, he realized one of his videos got like 11K views and people were like, can you show us some more? So he started. But NTG, let me show you what his channel looks like. Okay, back in the day, till this day he hasn't showed his face, and only on Instagram have we now started to see some of his cars. Okay, but NTG back in the day, he was flipping like 100 to 1,000. But when you see his trade, he shows you his entries, he shows you the breakdown, he shows you the P&L, he shows you the accounts. You can see him doing these things for real. He doesn't brag, he just shows. Then what he ended up doing, he started opening a Discord, a channel, starting showing people how to trade, and now he's like a full blown, right? But he's been trading for years. You can see it doesn't show. Look, finally. You see him, and this is like working hard enough for over, because he's doing one of those things he calls psychology, where he just talks to his viewers. He only has 26K. He doesn't promote none of his stuff. He's just out here trading, helping traders. I love NTG. Okay, if he turns out to be false in the future, that sucks. But I really believe he's one of the legit ones, just based on what I've learned from him. The way he trades and stuff, he's very consistent. The way he trades, he's been trading the same way for the last 4 years. He shows his P&Ls. He trades live in front of his audience, the people in his group every day. Oh, how could I forget this guy who helped me too? Well, not helped me, but I learned a bit from him that I'll show you. Shout out to Mr. Doyle. Doyle is funny, but I rate Doyle because he's very real. But Doyle starts off all his videos like this. I wish I had some dreads to show you. He have his dreads now, his headphones on. He starts off like this. What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another video. And like, he looks like he's about to uppercut you before he starts explaining his trade. But this is the series. I'll show you what series helped me to really start trading supply and demand and start learning how to trade. And I started to watch his videos, and I really started learning how to trade from some of the stuff he was doing. I think it's on a playlist. He has, you guys can watch it if you like. It's really good if you're trying to learn supply and demand. He traded $10K to $1,000, $10 to $1,000 live as well on a real account. And I watched that whole series. The series is 9 videos. Okay, 9 videos. It was a great series. I highly recommend you guys watch it. So Doyle, NTG was very instrumental in that. And then I think by the time I got around with Doyle, because NTG was first, but I don't trade the way NTG does. He does like pennants and flex. I don't trade that. Doyle does supply and demand. I don't trade that either. But by the time I was done watching these guys, I just started to formulate my own ideas, and then eventually I came up with my own strategy. Whew, that was a lot. He always says what he says, bro. It's the funniest thing ever. It's insane. It gets better when you do have a good tutor from the start. I was introduced to FX in 2020, left because the moving average were not averaging in my bank account. I got lucky to get a good teacher. It's so true. The difference between profitability could literally be a mentor versus the trading knowledge that you're consuming. All right. Any info on DTFX? I have no idea who that is. We can look it up real quick, guys. I gotta hop off though, man. I gotta hop off. It's 12 o'clock. I have so much to do. This is so bad. I don't know this guy, but we'll look into him. I'm sure Marcus will even look into him later on as well. Okay. With that being said, guys, we are way overdue for time. I'm gonna post this in the chat as to how the trade went. What's going on here? I'm trying to delete this. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys. We were almost at TP. I'll post the results in the chat with this trade here, and I think the other one was EURJPY. EURJPY has almost hit TP as well, so that's beautiful. But anyways, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I do really appreciate you guys. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was one of those long streams, but I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be my last day before I go on vacation for a week, so I hope to see all of you guys here. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord as well so we could chop it up afterwards. But with that being said, love each and every one of you guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.